Hello everyone and welcome to our third installment of Abu Dhabi, and of course this is Bronze turn tonight, isn't it? And once again then we are going to be having another battle under the twilight of the Yas Marina circuit. Absolutely fantastic here tonight, isn't it? And we are just about to get ready to go 21 turns around this 3.4 mile circuit, and the lap record holder is actually still the same one it was posted way back in 2009. Goodness me, of course that was the first time that we ever raced around Abu Dhabi, wasn't it? Was back then. Gosh, how time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? Let's go through the drivers and the constructors standing, shall we? Wow, at the moment then we have Con, who is taking an early advantage. Remember, this is only round 4. We're keeping it in line with the silver and gold championships, haven't we? So of course there is only 9 races in the first season of Bronze, but my goodness me, so it's going to be short and sharp, and you have to make the points count very early on. Well, Con at the moment is leading the way on at 43 points, with Energetics in second, 6 points adrift at the moment, with Gurman. Incredible win last time out. He is in third position, 8 points adrift off the leader, only 2 behind Energetics. Those are the 3 that are going up into silver at the moment. Then just outside the promotion places, we have Amazing Steel in at 4th position there. He is at 4 points off promotion. And 5th position is Sean Hammer's incredible drive last time as well. 6th position is F1 Legend. He's won one and he hasn't unfortunately had problems in Spain, didn't he? And then we have Blaz, who's moved up 4 positions and is up into 7th position. Then we have Forza, who is 8th position. Velocity is in 9th, and Curly Red has moved up into 10th position. We found Forza is just unfortunately disconnected there, so that's not good. So hopefully we can get back in. Lucius moving up 3 positions. He's up to 13th. And Farfus retired from the session there. I think we had a stranger in here, didn't we? Goodness me. And also we have got Sim Racer moving up 5 position. What a fantastic debut last time out for Sim Racer. And a Reaper moving up 17th position, who is I think he's Toro Myrosso, isn't he? I think he is. Yeah, he is, isn't he? Oh gosh, I can hear myself. Gosh, that's not good, is it? Right, anyway then, so of course we got a debutant here tonight of Nude Potato, which is my new favourite PSN name I have ever seen. It was Toro Myrosso last week, now we got Nude Potato. I've got to say, I love these names. This is fantastic, isn't it? Brilliant. Let's go to the constructors standing, shall we? And Forza's having issues there. He can't join quali there. He's having a loading screen issue or something like that. Alfa Romeo are leading after an incredible start to the season there. They're on 75 points already. They're 11 points in front of Haas, who are second. Red Bull have moved up 3 positions. They're now up in the 3rd position. And McLaren, Toro Rosso and Williams have all dropped down 1 position after Red Bull's fine win in Austria. Mercedes are 7th position. And Ferrari are 8th. 9th is Racing Point, and Renault are 10th position. Then, so those are the stats. Forza is back in the session. Emerson said hello Emerson, hope you are on this beautiful afternoon on a Tuesday as well. Goodness me, then I gotta say the ALR guys are really making me work hard. That name make me work 3 days a week, which is the most I've ever worked in the consecutively in my entire life. Gosh, here comes Ayrton, and he's sporting a new helmet here tonight as well. He had a very good race back in Austria last week, didn't he? I think that was his best race performance of the season so far. Absolutely outstanding stuff from Ayrton, and he is the first car out on track. Then car 12 Ayrton is, and let's see if we can get his first points then of his Formula 1 League career. We're on board with him right now then, as he is coming down the 2nd DRS straight. There's 2 DRS zones around here. They're both on the back straights as well. So this first qualifying session is more of a this one's going to be more of a practice session, isn't it, really, as we've only got 15 drivers. It seems like drivers don't really like Abu Dhabi, do they? I gotta say, I'm quite surprised, because I think I suppose you either love it or hate it, really. But even if it's a circuit you don't enjoy, surely you must turn up, really, don't you? Really, I would say. And so yeah, but there you go. And oh well, that's my little rant over with. So we're now coming out of turn 19 as well, and we're just flying into 20 and 21. There's 21 turns around here, as we mentioned mention in the intro as well. Jonathan Cox saying, evening show, come on Alpha. Of course, Alpha Romeo, fantastic so far, and they are leading the Constructors Championship, and it was that incredible 1-2 in Spain. It was brilliant, wasn't it? We've also got Emerson saying, I've got to go back to work tomorrow, and Jake Wilson, Smithy for the win today. Of course, Smithy was fantastic yesterday. Well, he really was, wasn't he? In that Renault. Today he is flying the colours of the Rocket Williams team. Ayrton is invalidated this time, and he's going to have to go around again, unfortunately. And I think we've got Lucius there, who is just behind Ayrton. Here comes car 30 in the Ferrari now, and he is just going around the very tight turn 6 then before accelerating away. And then just over that grandstand is Ferrari World, which I think they have the quickest roller coaster on the planet, or they used to, didn't they? I think they still do, don't they? And look at this, and you can see on that long shot, it's beautifully demonstrated there. It's curiously, we lose a lane, don't we, coming down that back straight? So you have to stay in the middle of the track, don't you? Lucius then accelerating out of the chicane, and of course it breaks up this long straight, and coming down the second long straight, which is which is going over the support grid hatches as well. We had some amazing action in silver last night, didn't we? Really good 17. He's done a 58-1-4-8 in the middle sector. Of course, we had a first-time winner last time, didn't we? And that was in the form of Alhan. We almost forgot last night. Of course, also apologies, and also I was on a bit of a mare last night, so Lucius getting very wild, getting wobbly at the back there, isn't he? He comes onto the hotel. Love the shot here from the Ferrari cockpit. I'm loving that shot. Beautiful 17 there. We've got yellow flags there fluttering away. Ayrton's going to go around again, and in this qualifying session we aren't expected to lose anyone unless you hit the barrier quite hard and damage the car. So this is just about finding your feet and getting that Pirelli rubber down, isn't it? And just seeing where you are then. So Mike has gone faster so far on the medium tires, and 3/10 of a second in front of Lucius, who is in second at the moment. We got Renault coming through, Collins, as of course we had a big old smash between Collins and Gunnar last time, didn't we? That was a vile smash, wasn't it? Brought the first safety car of Austria as well, so it really did spice things up, didn't it? Here comes Nude Potato. Oh, I love that name. He's Irish Nude Potato as well. Car 96 and going over the rumble strips there, isn't he? As he's getting slightly wide there as well. As of course, I don't know what I'm saying now. Sim Racer, evening all, let's go, let's get it. And of course, I love the emojis as well. Lovely checker flag. 5-1-2 for us, Jonathan. Glad to be back on the podium. Hope for more there. Of course, Jonathan had a fantastic race on Sunday, and I wonder if the Alpha boys are going to go to the flag, because again here tonight they've been brilliant so far, haven't they? Both Alpha males have been fantastic, but at the moment none of the Alpha, the championship leader is not here tonight, is he? So this is we're going to have a very much a new championship leader, aren't we? Toro Rosso has gone, well, it's not guaranteed, but I think it's almost guaranteed, isn't it? Toro Rosso has gone faster still. Forza said been a bit of a naff day after Ferrari's announcement this morning, hoping tonight's race acts as a distraction. Well, it depends on your point of view, really, doesn't it? I gotta say, it does spice things up for me, because Ferrari have announced, I was watching one of the Ferrari drivers now, of Gunnar, who his seat is safe to at least the end of the season, so is Vettel's, I suppose. But of course, Vettel is no longer a part of the Ferrari family, is he? After he will be parting ways at the end of the season. So the question is, where is he going to go? That is the $1 million question, isn't it? He could go to McLaren, he could go to Renault, potentially. Could he go back to Red Bull? This might be a bit controversial, but I gotta say, Alex Albon, yeah, he's a very great driver, don't get me wrong, but I think, oh my goodness me, that Haas there right in the way, and I just felt that Gunnar there having to take evasive action there, that is not good at all there for Gunnar, so he's having to recover and come back on the track, and that's not good at all. It was Hammers, his teammate, it was energetic there, he's on the hard tyres, that's not good at all, is it? Here comes as Ayrton is on an outlap again then, so Hammers are coming down the back straight, and so Gunnar unfortunately is going to have to go around again. Luckily in this qualifying session, you haven't got much to lose, of course, apart from the car. Look at Sean Hammers there locking up. He was locking up, wasn't he, in Austria? It's a fantastic battle between Gurman and Hammers. I really enjoyed that race. That was an absolutely spectacular race. It really was indeed then. Granty, hello my husband, how are you? I'm very well, my wifey. I hope you're okay as well. And of course, good luck to the Williams team. Well, the Williams side have got Smithy Dew, had a fantastic race last night, and I think that's the only Williams representative here tonight. Lovely shot here from the gold helmet of Hammers as he comes out of the turn 19 as well. We got Nunes saying Force India. I think is he? Are you saying about Sebastian Vettel, or do you just like Force India? As we're just watching one right now, who has now been morphed into a racing point. That is Ayrton as well. So he's flying through turn 3. Now don't get too wide there, because that curb could really throw you against the wall. Remember, poorly Orange went against the wall, and so did Glock last night. An absolutely incredible, one of the more classic races of silver, wasn't it? I think that's going to go down as the classic, one of the classics of the season, and looking forward to reviewing that at the end of the season. That was absolutely a roller coaster of a ride, wasn't it? Ayrton on the back straight as well then. As we've also got Emerson, heard that he's a favourite for the Ferrari. See, oh goodness me then. So Ayrton really throwing his cap in the ring there, isn't he? And I wouldn't mind seeing Ayrton in the old cockpit there. Hopefully he will have some hair by the Australia 2021 after he braved the shave, didn't he? And he shaved himself off for lockdown, didn't he? We have also got Nuna saying, how do I become a part of ALR? The Discord, right? Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Or you can sign up on the website, which is www.advancedleagueracing.com. That is also another way of getting in touch. Otherwise, you can message Knowlesy on Discord, or you can message him on PSN as well, or any other way of doing it that kind of way. I hope you get that, because I'm really bad at this communication kind of thing. Even though on my IT, and I should really be showing. I should really be like, you know, kind of, oh, you can do this that way and the other. But yeah, I'm really bad at that communication. Of course, because I work in IT, I don't really like talking to people, so that's probably why. Ayrton, that goes 9 fast mode. Forza is on track. Fantastic stuff. We got Sim out there as well, and so we got German, the last race winner in Austria as well. There, fantastic race. Can he get himself leading the championship body in this one? Then, well, look at the field. Then this is going to be a very interesting. I don't know how to call this one. It's going to be very interesting indeed. Then German coming across the line then, and he is third at fast moment. Smithy is coming into the final section as well. Then lovely shot here from Smithy D. We got Wilson there, Ricciardo to Ferrari, Vettel to Mercedes, and Bottas to Renault. I'm loving that there. No, very much not to sit on the fence there. Of course, I like all those options. Actually, I would love to see Ricciardo in the Ferrari. Smithy D goes into full fast at the moment. What about Sim Racer? Sim's coming through the final turn as well. Then you can see he comes out with the rumble strips. He goes at 10 fast at the moment. Ayrton is on another lap. We've also got Forza, who's invalidated his time, so we'll leave him to it. What about Ayrton? He's also 4/10 of a second down as well. But yeah, I would like to see Ricciardo at Ferrari. I'd love to see Vettel at Mercedes as well. Have Hamilton and him in the same team. Personally, I would think Hamilton would be is a better driver than Vettel, but of course we all have our own opinions. I'm definitely going to say that because I'm a Lewis Hamilton fanboy, and I even have the old T-shirts in like little flags as well. Yeah, but I get very patriotic when I see Hamilton on track. Of course, a fantastic racer in my opinion. Of course, Vettel, you don't win you don't win championship 4 times, so and not be a slouch to you. So I think it'd be interesting, wouldn't it, to see Vettel in Hamilton and Mercedes. So that'd be really interesting as well. And also Leclerc and Ricciardo, that'd be great as well, wouldn't it? I reckon it's Leclerc might have the edge over Ricciardo, as well. Again, that's also very interesting as well, isn't it? Of course, that's what we love about next season now, is it's really thrown a spanner in the works, hasn't it? And Bottas to Renault. Yeah, I think I'm not sure about Bottas to Renault though, as Mike has retired from the session. I think that he's happy with his car setup, so of course you're in park firmly now, so you can only tweak the front wing. You can't do anything else on these cars. It's not like back in the old days where you can just take the car apart after qualifying. It's a completely different car on Sunday, wasn't it? Because they just took it apart and put new pieces on there, didn't they? Becca Jones there is saying Sean Hammers and Curly Red on his birthday for the win. Happy birthday, Curly Red! Then I hope you're having a splendid day today, and hopefully I might even sing on stream as well if it's a bit of a quiet period halfway through the race then. So yeah, good luck, Curly Red. I hope you're enjoying your birthday as well. I'm sure I read it was someone's it was a famous person's birthday today actually. I might have to go and look that up a bit later on. Forza is coming through. Collins is retired from the session. Well, Forza coming out turn 19. That's a perilous turn 19 as well, isn't it? As we've seen a couple of guys going to the wall there over the past 2 days, haven't we? And let's see if Silver has learned from the guys in Silver and Gold. Forza is in full position. Gunner's back out on another crack at that, another bite of cherry. Here comes Sean Hammers there coming out of turn 19. Gunner's retired. Gunner's retired from the session. And goodness me, that's not good at all. And he has got, oh, that's a big smash. Gunner's out qualified. Oh dear, that's not good at all then. And Nude Nude Potatoes also retired as well, but he's second. So yeah, Gunnar out of qualifying then, and what a shame for Gunnar then, as he is probably he's probably using his Irish curses there, isn't he? As you can see, his speaker is up there in the corner as well. So I think a lot of drivers already in the party might hear some profanity from the Irishman. Goodness me. So that's not good at all, is it? So unfortunately we've lost Gunnar, and of course we've also lost Farf as well, who's not technically in the race, is he? But I think he just wanted to have a sit in the Mercedes, didn't he? Of course, Farf usually drives the Ferrari, doesn't he? But I think he just fancied a change of scenery, didn't he? Curly Red then on his birthday. Then we're on board with the birthday boy himself, and let's see what he's doing. As you can see, I think he was struggling there with the car there, very wobbly. I wonder if he's testing out. I wonder if he's got a new steering wheel actually. As talking of which, I'm sure that we've also got another birthday boy actually, and that is Young Lights, who is actually in the Red Bull as well, isn't he? So happy birthday to Young Lights then, and he has got a new steering wheel, hasn't he? He's been talking away in the Discord earlier on today, which I haven't actually said happy birthday to him yet, so goodness me then, that is a very rude thing to do there. I would definitely say happy birthday to both Curly and Young Lights later on. So two Red Bulls there, two drivers then who have got birthdays, and fantastic stuff indeed then, brilliant stuff. Happy birthday, hope you all enjoy your days then. We've got Emerson saying he's grown back a little already, Sean. I hope he's on about his hair. So from Ayrton there, my trim will be fresh as yes, it'll be very fresh for the start of the new season. We've also got Energetic saying Will is doing weird things there, which might have contributed to why why he was in the way of Gunnar there, perhaps, because Energetics is a very experienced driver, isn't he? But he's down in 30th position at the moment. He's on the hard tire, so he's having problems with the wheel at the moment. Energetics, this is 8/10 of a second up this time around. He's on the soft compound tire and coming into the final section of the lap right now. As we've also got Mike saying happy. We've also the Gresman kind of finger as well. Then it's the Gresman phone, isn't it? Of course, I think back in the late 90s, early 2000s, wasn't it like phones for you kind of thing? Like that was the cool thing. That was the hip thing to do, wasn't it? Of course, I'm a hipster, and I'm such a cool kid. Energetic shoved over the line, and he is a tenth of a second in front of Hammers at the moment. And he is, and away he goes. Of course, Energetics had pole position in Austria, didn't he? Last time out, Lucius is back on track at the moment. And you can see then we're in the twilight here. Here in Abu Dhabi, and we, of course, it was the first twilight race. I think Bahrain is technically a twilight race as well. As I think it was Curly Red who was just cruising back to the pits then. I think he's going to get some birthday cake now, isn't he? So at the moment, and so this is the end of qualifying, unfortunately. So we've lost Gunnar and we've lost Farf. Farf is not in the race, and so technically we've only lost Gunnar. Lucius's teammate is gone into the wall at quite a velocity as well, hasn't he? That was a volleyed smash there for Gunnar. We was talking about it in the pre-show, wasn't we, about that perilous turn 3. Unfortunately, he's already claimed a victim. As Bailey Smith has said, thanks Becky. As we've also got Nuna as well saying signed up for bronze. Excellent stuff, Ben. So I've done my promotion very well indeed. Then, so I hope I get a gold sticker later on, because yeah, I've got a bit of room now on my fridge. I'm not sure if they even do that anymore, do they? I don't know. Gurman is a 2100 second up then, and the coming into the first sector as well. Oh, he's invalidated this time. Gurman has. This shouldn't be a problem in the first qualifying session, but it will be a problem in the second qualifying session. As sorry, it might be a problem later on in the down the line there, where possibly it might cost him getting through in qualifying at 3 perhaps, and that would be very disastrous indeed for Gurman. We've also got Brandon saying evening Sean, sad after a Sunday's race, could be wrong, but if you need drivers, I am here. Of course, very much appreciated there, Brandon. Of course, we're a bit thin on the ground in Abu Dhabi, aren't we? After really, I just think it's Abu Dhabi, to be honest. And we've also got Brandon saying come on Energetics as well, and it's great to have you guys really cheering the other drivers on. It's fantastic stuff, isn't it? I love the support. Very good stuff indeed there. And Energetics saying I messed up someone's lap because of my wheel, and yeah, I think that was Gunnar that was, and yeah, we did say that because Energetics is a very experienced race driver, isn't he? So I don't think he would have done that without there being some kind of technical problem. So yeah, that's unfortunate there for Energetics, but hopefully he's got all his technical issues behind him, and he will be ready to get going. And into the pits comes the birthday boy now. Curly Red is in the pits then, and he is now waiting. There is his mechanics there, as they're just surrounding him as well. Oh, we've also got the second Red Bull in there, German as well. And so the Red Bull mechanics are going to have to go to work then, and they're getting the cars prepped and ready for qualifying too. And they have left Curly Red out there. Oh, that's a shame. I'm hoping they're going to get him some birthday cake. So yep, that is it for qualifying one. Then of course it wasn't very dramatic, was it? In terms of action and excitement, and of course edge of the seat kind of stuff, but I think that this is very good actually, just to keep us, just to get ourselves there, getting ourselves there slightly into qualifying then, isn't it? So a nice relaxing way to get this action going there, isn't it? So I've quite liked this session actually. I've really enjoyed myself, but of course, which is obviously the main thing, isn't it? Well, obviously I do I am taking the mic there. Of course, it's all about you guys and the entertainment we provide here in ALR. Into the pits comes Lucius as well. As I think we had someone crash there, didn't we, last night? I hate to bring that back up. Jonathan almost crashed there as well on Sunday. So of course there's a very perilous pit lane, and it was a bit of a fit, but yeah, Jonathan luckily got away with it. Forza there floating over the curb there. Of course Forza in the McLaren, and of course McLaren had such a strong team running, but unfortunately F1 Legend hasn't we haven't seen F1 Legend on track properly since the first race, have we? Which has been unfortunate, hasn't it? Forza's been flying the flag on his own for the McLaren team, hasn't he? Darren, evening, Sean, and ALR fam. Yes, hello, hello, Darren. Hope you're well as well. Of course, it's great to have Darren along with us. Of course, he's a top contributor, isn't he? And one of our number one fans, isn't he? And that's absolutely fantastic stuff. And look at those boats there. That's beautiful, isn't it? So that's the end of qualifying. Then we've only lost Gunnar, and unfortunately we lost Gunnar because he crashed into the bar as well, which I'm sure he's very appreciative of me to point that out. Forza, oh goodness me, as he's coming into the pits, and that is the end of qualifying. Oh goodness me, doesn't want to get into that bar there. We've already talked about that bar being a very can be very precarious, can it? So far then in bronze, then we have had 3 pole sitters. We've also had 3 race winners as well. We have not had a double yet, have we? Incredible stuff in the bronze league era, hasn't it? It's been brilliant. We have had one win. We've had 1 winner from the first 3 rounds. 3 winners from the first 3 rounds. 3 pole sitters from the first 3 rounds as well. It's variety, isn't it? It's been brilliant so far. And this is round 4. That we're almost. I think after this race, we'll be basically just going to half distance, and I have no idea who's going to win bronze. It's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? As is that Brandon there? Is that right on the banter bus tonight, isn't he? He reckons I'll be on pole. The only pole I'll be on is when I get a wedge in hanging from one. You can see that, and that is my I'm also very happy that I am now silver as well. Gamer has joined the session. Of course, Gamer, a long time ALR racer as well. He is joined slightly late then, so unfortunately he is not going to be able to take part, but he will be in action in the race then later on. Then Gunnar is out of qualifying, unfortunately, as he is still chopping away at the top there. I think he needs to be I don't think he realises he's not in the party or something, but yeah, Gunnar there is probably sharing his thoughts about that qualifying session. I'm not going to repeat what he's saying, because of course we don't want to get banned, do we? We have got Mike saying, is Farf racing? No, I don't think Farf is racing. He just forgot to go in spectator mode, which we've all done it. I've done it as well a couple of times, so yeah, that's the first thing I do now, is make sure I'm always on spectator mode, because otherwise you're going to have an awkward formation lap of me yapping away. Now we're into qualifying 2 then. No, it's not a race, and we're waiting for that time. There we go. We got 15 minutes in this qualifying session, and we are going to be get going in just a few moments. Farf will retire from the session in just a few moments. Laggy Racer, of course, says it was confirmed Sunday night. Laggy Racer has returned, as Gamers left the session there, so that was quick, wasn't it? That was very quick indeed. As Farf's retired from the session as well. Yes, Gamer has returned. Not Gamer. Laggy has returned. He is back in ALR, of course. He's a very experienced driver in ALR, and it's great to have him back there. I think he's driving the Alfa Romeo next Sunday in the. Of course, I think it's in the Spanish Grand Prix, isn't it? Because we're catching up after the technical issues we had a couple of Sundays ago, which for once wasn't me. So I'm very happy with that. We have also got a Forza pole if he cleans his D-pad. I hope he's got the old wet wipes out. We've also got that's chuckled me. That is. Laggy Racer there is the Barbados flag. Nice. Yes, I'm very proud of my Barbados flag. To be honest, I thought it was a barbarian flag, so that just shows how much I know about flags as well. We've got Favre, leave me alone. He's messed up all already, he's saying, as Brandon also rubbing salt into the wounds there. Of course, Farf, the head admin there of Bronze, are doing a fantastic job. All the admins do a great job. Of course, Dan, of course, the part of the is the main man of silver, isn't he? And Nosey is, of course, the main man of gold, and everything else. And he's like the CEO, isn't he, of ALR, really, isn't he? Nosey is. If you have a problem, go to Nosey. He's really not going to appreciate that, because I think that you've got to all kind of go at his door now, aren't you? No, it's good stuff indeed, and it's great to have Farf on board for us. It's great to have Dan and on board for us. One, it's also great for Nosey to be leading us into the future of ALR. We'll be coming up to our 4th season in Go now. It's been absolutely brilliant stuff, hasn't it? ALR has it's really flourished, hasn't it? And it really turned the corner where Nosey and Dan have came on board, and then now we're just making ourselves a much more bigger brand, haven't we? Of course, with a 3-tier system, and Farf has done a fantastic job to pick up the gold, pick up bronze, and it has now become, I think it's going to be an absolute major success. There really is there. So of course, as I've done another little plug as well, so I'm doing really well at the moment. I'm hoping that my paycheck comes through the post in the next couple of days, and we have also got we've also got gamers saying hello. Ayrton through to qualifying 2. Whoop whoop. Yes, Ayrton then through into qualifying 2. Fantastic stuff there for Ayrton. Remember, Ayrton is very green in league racing, isn't he? I think this season will be very much about just finding his feet or finding his wheels, isn't it? Ha ha ha. But yeah, so Ayrton will be just finding his wheels there and just trying about the strategy, because online league racing is completely different to career. I thought I was amazing until I started online league racing, and my goodness me, I am not at all. So yeah, I think Ayrton has definitely got something there, hasn't he, really? And I think that he would a bit more practice, and of course a bit more used to how the racing goes, and he will definitely be a future star, and I'm sure all these guys will be exactly the same, won't they? And it'll be interesting to see how these guys progress for later in the later race as well. Remember, this is round 4 out of 9. We are going to be visiting Silverstone, and next, of course, the home of British Motorsport will be round 5, and then of course there we go to Austin, don't we, for round 6, before heading to the land of the rising sun in Japan. Then we go to France there, of course. To us, that's not one of my favourite. Oh goodness me, energetic, I was pointing towards what then. Then we go to France there as well. Nosey knows a lot about France, doesn't he? Just ask him about the so I've hit my mic and I've really hurt my finger again. Just ask him about the French facts, and I'm sure he will love to tell you about it. Of course, he's got a great onboard lap, actually. Nosey has. Go on his YouTube, it's brilliant. Energetics has gone fastest then so far. He's the first man to set a time in so far. Good stuff indeed then. Curly Red then, who of course said he is celebrating his birthday. I wonder if he's had a bit of cake then between qualifying 1 and 2. He has come through the final turn as well. Let's see what Curly Red can do then. Gunnar has left possession, and that's not good then. I hope Gunnar comes back. I wonder if he's gone to maybe have a tinker of his setup perhaps then. I hope so, because we need Gunnar in this race, don't we? Because of course we love to see his Irish fighting spirit. Here comes Just B. He is second fastest moment then. We got a racing point coming for the final turn. This is Ayrton as well, as yeah, Gunnar needs an invite. If someone could drop Gunnar an invite, that'd be fantastic. As Gunnar, unfortunately, as Mike has invalidated his time, he's going to have to go around again. Then Mike is, and so we'll keep an eye on what Mike does. So we got Tormar Rosso, who is second fastest moment then, and we've also got a Renault of Collins up in the 5th position as well, all on the medium compound tires, apart from Ayrton, who's thrown a spanner in the works and is on the soft tires as well. Then we've got Forza on the medium tires as well. Smithy D had a fantastic race last night, didn't he? Brilliant stuff there. Gerdman then, who is second fastest now in the Red Bull. I was going to say Toro Rosso then. Good stuff indeed then. So I take a breath, and we've got Lucius there coming through the final turn then, and let's see what he could do. He has gone 7 fast at the moment. Sorry, I've had too much Monster again. To be honest, you really think I should learn my lesson, really, but it takes me several attempts to really, kind of learn my lesson. There, as I was playing Call of Duty earlier, and I kept running in the exact same direction and kept getting killed. Then, so yeah, I'm like a fly to the light. I just keep going and I just keep burning myself. Here comes Sim. Here comes Racer. Sim Racer then coming through. No, Racer Sim. Sim is through the final turn as well. Then I think he's gonna have another crack, another bite of the cherry as well. We'll leave him to it for the minute, because Mike is on track as well. We've also got Nude Potato out there as well. Brilliant. And Mike then floating over the curbs, and now he's in the final sector. Good stuff indeed then. We got Gamer saying, "Oh no, I'm a bit too late there." But don't worry, Gamer. Of course, I think you'll be racing the race. So what I'm told then is Mike there is goodness me that he's having almighty troubles there, keeping that Mercedes pointing in the right direction. Oh gosh, and that was definitely very much, he was out of control there, wasn't he, Mike? Was so yeah, that's gonna really hurt his time. He's gonna have to go around again. Remember, in this qualifying session, Nude's gonna have to go around again as well. 2,500 a second up his sim in the first sector as well. So yeah, in this qualifying session, there's a lot to lose. We're aiming to lose like four drivers in this session. 11 with 12, 13 with 14. Gooner's back in. Rejoice. We've also got Emerson saying, I think he needs to just listen to me more rather than not taking my advice then. As of course, Emerson is the second most winningest driver in gold. So he must know a thing or two. But hopefully, don't take his advice on how to fix a TV. Simnar coming out of the second sector as well now. We've also got Darren saying, Emma, go shout at your brother, but nicely. We have also got Mike, who is saying he's done 100+ laps here. Goodness me. Yeah, Mike there is definitely going to be in tune with this car. I thought the sim was in the wall there in the Tech Pro, but he's on his way still. Here he goes into 20 as well. And now coming into 21. Let's see what he can do then. Car 22 then flicking it out. And he's almost out of fuel. I think he is out of fuel, isn't he? Well, he's slowing right down, but he's in 7 fast. It's good stuff from Sim. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Curly is 5 seconds down the moment. Mike is still in the pits then. And now we got Nude Potato then. I think he needs to cover himself up, but he is coming down into... Oh, he's involved this time again. Goodness me. And no, I'd say he's slightly out of the lines there, isn't he? Nude Potato is. So he's going to have to go around again there. And oh dear, oh dear. So unfortunately then, so Potato's going to have to go around again. But he's on the hard tires at the moment. So let's take stock, shall we? We're about 7 minutes to go in this qualifying session. And... yeah, sorry, 7 minutes into this qualifying session currently. We got everyone on the medium tyres, apart from Merton, who's on the soft, and Smithy D was on the medium tyres. He's changed to softs then. So I wonder if someone's going to come out and really and just kind of cover themselves. Who is that that's just got across the line? It's Collins then, who has gone 7 tenths a second quicker. But the problem with that is he has done 3 laps on these medium tyres. 3 laps don't sound like much, but it's an awful amount of lappage that he doesn't want to do, doesn't he? Because he wants to, as I thought he was going into the scene of the accident there, wasn't he? Oh goodness me, there he's doing a bit of Matrix stuff as well as he's coming down the hill. Sim there just redefining the track limits out there as well. Lovely shot from Curly as well, and he is out there as well. I think these guys, I'm wondering if these guys are just trying to... Collins has left for session, so Collins has put himself in 7th position and he's happy with that, so he's going to put his feet up now. Sim now just getting away as well. So Curly at the moment now is 5 tenths a second up, but he has done 3 laps on these medium tyres. As I was saying, I was wondering if he's going to just... He's trying to get the lappage in, isn't he? Just trying to feel about the track the track limits, especially as now the artificial lights are taken over, haven't they? And so the natural light is now starting to decrease as well. Mike saying, and today I've done 25 times. Goodness me, 25 times the amount of laps. Say, wow, fantastic stuff indeed. Then as Curly Red has come through the final turn as well. Then he is almost out of deployment then into the final turn as well. Lovely shot there, of course. That shot is quite infamous for me because Curly Red now is up to it fast. He is through into qualifying 3 at the moment. Yeah, as I was saying, that shot at the that shot of that Red Bull there is quite infamous for me because that shot reminds you of when Nigel won his first championship in season 1 there. Of course, he came around the final turn there. Of course, he won it with a race to go. Of course, remember, Silver's already wrapped up after round 15. Goodness me there. But since then, Glock hasn't scored a point since winning the championship, has he? So, of course, Glock made his life very difficult in Austria, didn't he? By not qualifying. But yesterday was an absolutely fantastic race, and Glock showed he was human, didn't he? Which I read in the comments as well. My goodness me. And that might be very interesting. But I think that's the first mistake Glock has made. I think an unforced error, possibly. I know that he had some issues in Monaco, didn't he? When him and Faxan came a bit too close for comfort. But maybe that was his first unforced mistake, perhaps. Then I know he also came into very close combat in Canada as well. Michael, prepare to fail, prepare to fall, Michael, fail to prepare is prepare to fail. I can't even say it. So yeah, that's a tongue twister, isn't it? What Darren is, what I'm trying to say, because Darren has said it absolutely perfectly, but obviously I can't because I don't know how to speak English, which is not a very good sign, is it? And I've been English for 31 years, believe it or not. As Hammers cuts across the line, he is 5th fast at the moment now in the Haas, and we've got 4 minutes to go. Then that time is starting to tick down, starting starting to get quicker and quicker then. Yeah, it's Darren saying Michael, fail to prepare to fail. Right. So, yeah, exactly. But I think Michael's definitely it's been pounding around this circuit, hasn't he? Of course, doing a lot of testing mileage out there, ready for tonight. And I think he is ready. He needs to get a timing now. He's on the soft tyres and he's on the stickiest, fastest tyre. And he comes into turn 21 and he's about to start his lap then. And away he goes then. 4 minutes ago then. Darren also said, I beat Glock last night. My claim to fame then. Indeed you did there. Of course, indeed you did there, Darren. Of course, as Glock unfortunately went into the wall then. Jake Wilson, one stop is the best if you do medium to hards here, yeah. Of course, I think that's what Wilson did last night. And of course, I think he was our driver today, wasn't he? Fantastic last night. Really was, indeed. Sorry, I swallowed funny. As oh dear, and Mike down the back straight as well. Then is I'm just trying to get myself composed again. Darren is saying Hards is rubbish though, as Gunnar is back in the session, and hopefully the connection issues will subside, ready for the race itself. And goodness me, saying subside, that's an incredible word. I'm loving that word. I'm going to make a note of that, and I'm going to be saying that next. I'm going to be saying that for next week as well. Of course, remember next week I did get it wrong, which basically I don't know why. I think Monday is just a really bad time for me to commentate. I seem to get a lot of things wrong. Of course, I got the mass wrong when Glock won the title in Spain. Last night I also ignored poor Jake as well, and when he was in the commentary booth, and I did an interview him, which was very naughty of me, wasn't it? As so yeah, I think that we'll ask Jake there to come in a couple of weeks' time when Silver's back in action, which they will be back in action for the for the American Grand Prix, won't they? Of course, they're not racing next week. Bronze is racing next week. Of course, they are just adding up, getting a race in Silverstone in, and oh my. Right off the track, getting very squirrely, and of course gold is racing as well, but no silver next week, no silver, as Mike there is invalidated his time. He's in 11th position. He hasn't invalidated his time, sorry, but he's in 11th position there. He's not done too well there, has he? As the top 6 cars are in the pits at the moment. Just B is out on track at the moment. Irish Potato is out on track as well. He's on the medium compound tire then. So the top 5 are happy with their times, and they're staying on the medium tires. And can New Potato coming to the final turn as well, and let's see what he's doing then. He's going to bear it all, and it's a great time as well. He's in 3rd position at the moment. Fantastic stuff there. What is Mike doing? Well, currently he's cruising. I don't think he's got the fuel. Mike might be out qualifying. What a shame there. Sim is also 2/10 of a second down, and that's an appalling first sector there for Sim. Well, I say appalling, that's a decent sector, but it's not quick enough in terms of the qualifying. Here comes Collins. Collins is still, he's 7/10 of a second up there, but he's now in 6th position as well, as seems to be a bit behind at the moment. Sim is currently down at the moment, and we've also got Ayrton out as well, but we're going to watch his teammate Sim at the moment then. He's coming down the back straight then. Grant is saying, well, if there's no safety cars, then yeah, of course Hards will be a pretty good tire to be on, and of course that's how the race was won last night, wasn't it? Brilliant stuff indeed then, we're off next week. We're off next week. Yes, well, of course, Silver is, but Collins is left the session again. Yeah, Silver's off next week, but Bronze is still racing, and so is Gold. Yeah, so Silver doesn't have a race next week, as I missed that one out, because I was meant to be on a stag do, going to Portugal, but unfortunately that has been curtailed, which is kind of good, because I waited way too late to get a passport. I haven't got a passport yet, because I have been out of the country. I've gone to Wales, so yeah, I'd say that I'm a globetrotter. Here comes Lucius coming down the back straight as well, but Ayrton is just in front. We'll keep an eye on what Ayrton does then. The time is ticking down now. Gurman's retired from the session then. Let's see if anyone is going to throw up a almighty surprise here. Well, I would say one surprise might be an outfit. Sim is out qualifying as well. What about Lucius? What about Ayrton? Oh, Ayrton's invalidated his time there, and Forza is retired from the session as well. I'm not sure. I think I'm a couple of seconds behind anyway. Gudas left the session in disgust then, hasn't he? Collins is retired from the session as well. Ayrton, it's out of qualifying. He's qualifying 14th on the grid then. Here comes Lucius coming into the final turn as well. Let's see what he can do then. His target time is a 37.2. Is he going to knock out the birthday boy? Is he? He is indeed. He has knocked out the birthday boy, but Curly Red is 5/10 of a second up then. Lucius said it's just gone through then, but Curly is coming through, and Curly is back in it, and he he is in a very good sixth position in the end, as Mike there is coming to a halt, then parking in the same place, almost the same place as Vettel did in 2012. Remember, he started from the back of the grid after that, didn't he? He didn't get back to the grid, back to the pit lane, because I think he had fuel flow issues or something like that, didn't he? As Emerson saying, I've been shouting at him as nicely as I can there, as I got to say, I can imagine. We've also got Mike saying, spun on mediums and validated on softs, one run out of fuel on the last corner of the soft tires. So what a shame there for Mike. That's a big shock as well to see Mike sitting on the sidelines. And we've also got Darren saying Ayrton has improved him well. And we've also got Wilson, unlucky Michael, I saw your medium spin, at least you got to get the start on fresh medium tires. So out of qualifying then, just take a quick roundup, shall we? Lucius out, Sim out, Mike out, and Ayrton is out as well. Farfu is our bonus competitor here tonight, is just sitting in the garage there next to Mike there, and he's probably going to a good old chat with him in a minute, isn't he, Farfu? But yeah, so Farfu just chilling out in the pit lane. He's probably got his paper out and everything. Yeah, good stuff indeed then. So that is the guys that have been knocked out of qualifying 2. We're now going to go into qualifying 3 in just a few moments, and yes, I'm level 7, fantastic. So the guys that are starting on soft tyres is Curly Red and Collins. Everyone else is on the medium tyre then, and now we're going to go into qualifying 3. Now then, this is leave me alone. Now we're getting into qualifying 3 then. Of course then, all the times that have been set up until this point now is all irrelevant. It says now the slate is white clean. We've got a final qualifying session. Who is going to be on pole position then? Is Energetics going to get his second pole position of his career here in bronze? Or is it going to be, well, to be honest, it's only Energetics can get his second pole position, because the other 2 pole sitters are not in this race tonight. Energetics then, if he doesn't get pole position, we're going to have another new pole sitter as well, as Gunnar's left the session again, and he's got some technical difficulties over in Ireland, hasn't he? So that's not good at all. Hopefully Gunnar can get himself going then in just a few moments indeed then. 5%. I'm sure the bronze boys don't want me to race. Don't want me racing. So no comment there, Farf. I think we'll leave that one. We'll leave that one to the side for now. As we're now getting into qualifying 3 then, and we've got 12 minutes in this final qualifying session. As unfortunately, once again, if someone could invite Gunnar back, that'd be great. I'm not sure what's going on with the old interwebs tonight. Usually Tuesday's a good night, isn't it? Because all this on is Hobie City. Anyway, then we're going. We're going now out of the pits then, and we'll be getting ready to go once again. And there's I think that we have a Red Bull out. We also, I think that's Gurman who's coming out. It is Gurman is the first car who is out on track then, as you can see. And he's a unique feature of this circuit there. He goes under turn 1 there, doesn't he? I'm surprised of how little crash there's been done. I think it was only Grosjean that crashed up there, hasn't it? I don't think everyone else has crashed really, have they, in there, which is quite surprising. I don't think everyone's crashed in Formula T either, which is also very surprising stuff as well. Gurman, of course, the winner last time out. A brilliant drive from Gurman last week, wasn't it? Fantastic stuff. Him and Sean Hammer's win wheel to wheel is one of my favourite races I've ever commentated on. I say that a lot, don't I? Because I just love racing. It's fantastic, isn't it? And it's really good stuff. Gurman alone is just trying to warm up those tyres, and I reckon there's going to be a lot of fresh tyres out there as well. So we're going to have 2 runs, and I think of a full top 10 shootout, and that's what we like to hear, isn't it? And Darren saying, Michael, so easy to invalidate here. It really is, isn't it? I think that's probably why Abu Dhabi is one of the more frustrating circuits on the old calendar, isn't it? Becca Jones just realised there's another Welsh driver here, and I am proud then. Brilliant stuff indeed. Who is the other Welsh? I think, is it Gurman that's the other Welsh driver? I don't know. I'm sure I said it on the side of a Red Bull. Maybe that's Curly Red, actually. I got to admit, I'm not very good with the nationalities and stuff. Of course, I'm treading on fine water here, anyway. I'm treading on thin ice. I'll leave that one to the side there for the minute. Gunnar still has a money meter. Welsh guys are quick, Becca, as well then, and that's why I'm not quick, because I'm not Welsh. Here comes Gurman coming through the final turn, and here he goes, flicking into turn 20, and also then, as you can see then, he's trying to get those tyres warmed up still. Of course, we have now transitioned into night time, haven't we, here? So the track will be slightly cooler, where we have a weird sensation of the air temperature being hotter than the track temperature. Normally when we race during the day, it's the tarmac that is quicker than the air temperature, because of course it does attract the heat there, doesn't it? Yellow flags is the final sector there, is just a couple of guys tripping over themselves there, trying to get themselves some free space, isn't it? Bailey said Hammers as well, sir. Good stuff. Yeah, so Hammers is Welsh. Yeah, I think Hammers is Welsh. Isn't it Hammers in Curly Red that's Welsh? I think so. I don't know. As I feel a lot of Hammers, Curly, and Sim is all Welsh. So brilliant 17. You guys know more about these races than I do. Oh gosh. So you can see that I've done my homework, and I have a feeling this Farfar is going to give me a clip around the ear by the end of this one. You got DRS in the second straight as well. Then as we're now, what's Gurman doing then in the second part of the lap now? He's done a 57.115 there for the Red Bull driver. Brilliant stuff indeed. Then now we're getting over the chicane and accelerating away. Then the bollards are still up at the moment, which is quite surprising. Oh, going over the curbs there, but he is away still. And let's see what he does then into the final part of the lap. Then of course there's three distinctive sectors around here. The first sector is all fast and slow. The second sector is all about grunt, about power, about speed, and the final sector is very technical, very twisty, isn't it? The bars are very close. Gurman is demonstrating incredibly well there. He left a bit of Pirelli paint on that barrier, didn't he? This is the last corner. Let's see what he can do then. Turn 21 then. Oh, and look at that. That's incredible. And I love that. That was fantastic. Gurman is stamping on the loud pedal, doing a brilliant job. But 34.8, that's a fantastic time there. And Collins there is come through, and he is second fast. When we got Energetics there. He's the only man in this qualifying session that's been on pole so far, and he is on pole position again. Fantastic time there from Energetics. And Toro Moroso is parked up, and Sean Hammers goes third fastest then, and it's a Haas 1-3. Good stuff indeed there. What about the Alfa Romeos? Here comes Nude. Nude is going across the line. He is third fastest moment. And what about Just B? Just B is in sixth fastest moment. Curly Red is on board with Curly Red. Then he comes out of turn 19 as well. Let's see what I can do there. We've got the second. I think the second Renault is just going the line now, but Toro Moroso is going to have to go around again then, because I was I think he invalidated this time. Curly Red hasn't. Curly Red hasn't. He is fifth fastest moment. Good stuff indeed then. What about Forza? A lot of people in the comments were saying about Forza getting on pole position. Can he do it here tonight? He comes through the final turn. Let's see what he can do. It is only fifth fastest moment for Forza. I say only fifth. I wish I was fifth. Smithy D there is invalidated. Someone's going to have to go around again. So it's Toro Moroso is invalidated this time as well. So after round one of our of this qualifying session, Energetics is on pole position then. A fantastic time. He's about 0.5 of a second in front of Gurman in second, and Nude Potato is third. Sean Hammers is fourth. Fifth position is Forza. Curly in sixth position. Colin seventh. Just B in eighth position then. Toro Moroso in ninth position, and Smithy D in 10th position as well. And Sim saying, thanks Becca, shame my flying lap got blocked by someone. Well, I don't think we've seen that on the stream there, so I think luckily for that person who blocked Sim there, we can't name and shame at this stage of the race, but this stage of proceedings, but potentially I'm sure Sim might like to share it with us. We're on board Toro Moroso. They're all coming back in the pits now, and they're going to go around again then. I think Collins is actually going around for a second bite of the cherry. I think he is then. So we're on board Collins now then in 7th position. He's done a 36.4 at the moment in the Renault, and he's 200 a second up so far, as Darren is a potato Irish. I'm not sure, to be honest. So Irish, yeah, I think he's Irish. No, yeah, I get you. Yeah. Coming down the bike straight. I've been to work today. I'm very slow. Well, I'm normally slow anyway, with my amazing IQ of 69. Very proud of that. So as Collins down, coming down into the middle chicane there as well, and now accelerating away then, and he's going to have DRS there for a second time. He does right on the money, Collins says. Of course, you get a beep in your ear, don't you, when the DRS is activated? And of course as well, the DRS is only activated when you're 1 second within the car in front. But that is in race trim. Collins is invalidated this time. He's coming into the pits, I'm sure of it. And I wonder if he's only got, I think he's only got one set of tires left for Collins, and that might be why he's trying to go for a double run here as well. So Mike saying that may have been me. No fuel, sorry Sim, it was turn one. So Sim saying indeed it was. So Mike has actually named and shamed himself. As my goodness me, Collins there just kissing the wall there. Goodness me. Then of course I thought Gurman was very close to the and Collins. I thought he was going around again. Then no, Collins is in the pits, and Smithy is out on track at the moment, and so is Gurman as well. Then and look at this. You can see they're waving away at the moment, aren't they? And they're not having fun. Well, they might be having fun, but of course they're also trying to warm up those tyres. They are, at the moment, they're heat engineers, and they need to get the brakes at optimal temperature. They need to get those tyres up to temperature as well, but they got to make sure they keep the engine cool. There, of course, the air intake going above the driver's head then is one way of keeping the engine cool, along with the side pods as well. Albeit the side pods are not as wide as they used to be, are they? Of course, on the old F1 cars, they were very distinctive. Not really, you can see them too much now as well. Of course, on the old F1 cars as well, the air intakes used to be all kinds of beautiful shapes and sizes, didn't they? I like the oval air intake actually of the Williams and Jordan in '97. It was absolutely, it was a work of art. It really was lovely stuff indeed. Then I think there was the only two teams that had it that season. Indeed, I don't think that really took off too much though, because I can't remember any. I don't think it was any other distinctive air intakes that season, was it? As I'm talking about air intakes, we need to be talking about German now, and here he comes through the final turn. He's about to start off. Let's go on board with German. He is second at the moment. Then on the qualifying classification, a fantastic race last while. His form so far this season, he's had a fifth in Spain. He had a win last time out. Can he march on then and really throw a spanner in the works there and do a fantastic job then? I think he's done a fantastic job in Austria anyway then, but can he take off? Oh, and German there, well, he was taking off there, wasn't he? He's now gone wide there. He's missed a bit of the apex then, but he should, as long as he carries the speed coming down this back straight, he should be all fine and dandy. He's also trying to pinch a slipstream off Curly Red, his teammate, and is Curly Red obliging? Well, he is obliging, isn't he? And now he's down into the middle part of this very fast sector 2, isn't it? Because sector 2 is just two long straights separated by a chicane there. All getting a bit wide there. He's on the rumble strips, on the curve there. German is but he's still putting his toe right down then. And let's see what he can do then as he comes into the second sector as well. Let's see, take a look. He is 6/10 of a second down. We kind of felt that, didn't we? Because it was a bit of a scrappy run in the first two sectors there for German. And I wonder though, but he has got a lot of. He's got off the track down. I think German might have to call this one a day on this one. So Smithy D then is that was the Red Bull getting all the way there. Curly Red then. I thought someone got off the track then. So on board Smithy D then. German is having a bit of an issue then. I kind of I hope he doesn't get a faster lap now, as I kind of basically said that the lap is not going to improve, and that would definitely make me blush a bit. Smithy D coming through the final turn as well. Let's see what he can do then. As I'm a turn too early. Now this is the final turn as well. German is back in the pits with 2 minutes to go. I think German might be done this qualifying session. Smithy D is not. Smithy D is in 6th position. Well, good stuff indeed. Here comes Collins. Collins has got he's on an outlap on Collins is, so we'll have a look to see what he does later on. And now we've got Tor Moroso then as he is coming under the beautiful hotel then. And now accelerates away then. Now into turn 19. No one's crossing the turn 19 yet. Touch wood. So let's hope that stays the same as well. Tor Moroso had a difficult first run. This is his second run now. We've got a minute to go, and he can have another crack if he wants to. Nice second position. Then he is on the front row of the grid. Then in the Renault, brilliant stuff indeed. Then Just B is on an outlet. We'll leave him to it. What about Nude? He is currently 3/10 of a second up. He's almost 4/10 of a second up into the final couple of corners now. And there he goes. And here is 96, and away he goes in the Alpha, and he is second fast. He's gone in front of my Rosso. Brilliant stuff indeed then. So Irish there is now in second position. Good stuff indeed then. We've got a Haas there of Sean Hammer's areas, and that was looking very neat and tidy there. And we got yellow flags there floating on the old course there, but don't worry about that. Hammer's there in 5th position. Lovely shot here from the onboard T-Cam. He comes into turn 20, now into 21 then. Let's see what we can do then. Lovely turning circle from that Haas. Is it enough? We're on board. Not quite. He is 6,400 of a second down, and it is very much nip and tuck, isn't it? Energetics is on the lap at the moment. I think Curly Red there is coming through the final turn, and here he is then as well, and here he comes then. Can he have a very good birthday present? Is he? That is 7th position at the moment there. Good 17. Then Collins is round the final turn as well. Car 12 and accelerating out then, looking very cool and calm there. It's 9th fast in the end, 2/10 of a second up then. What about Forza? Forza starting his lap now. I think he's the last car. He is the last car to start his lap then. So Forza's in prime position. Can he get pole position there? now this is going to be very interesting. We've got a Williams off. We've got a Williams off with Smithy D, who is just getting out of the way. I'll figure one the Alfa Romeos because it's just big. Coming for the fall, coming for a 90 as well. Keep saying the final turn. Coming for a 90 as well. Car 6 then, flicking it into 20. Now going into 21. And how much commitment has he got then? Very nice indeed. You need to be carring that 20 in turn 21. And he is 8 fastest, would just be fantastic. Now the checker flag has fallen for Gurman and Toro Rosso so far then as well. Nude is coming into the pits there. We've got Williams, who is very slow. I think he's out of fuel, isn't he? So we'll leave him to it for now. Energetics is out. He's 9.5 second up then. He's trying to get on pole position then for the second time. He'll be the first man to have 2 pole positions in bronze history so far. Fantastic. As the marshals there looking very, very tentative, aren't they? As they are probably cheering on Energetics. They're probably cheering on all 16 of these drivers here tonight. And we've got another yellow flag down the back. So he's one of the Renaults there. Energetics there now at turn 19, and he's giving the bar a wide berth fed at the moment, and he is on course to improve his time. He's going to lower the bar even more. Irish is in the pit set. I think it's only Forza as the last man then to really and he's pole position again, and he's improved. He's improved by 2/10 of a second then. What about Forza? Forza then, he's the last man then. I think they can really throw a spanner in the works then. It's the Hammers is in the pits, and what about Curly Red? I think it's Curly Red on the lap then. We'll have a look in a minute. Forza comes through. Forza is 5th fast in the end, and Hammers in the pits, and Curly Red is in the pits as well. Pole position then for Energetics, his 2nd pole position in a row, and he is the first man in bronze to have 2 pole positions. Fantastic stuff there for Energetics. Really well done indeed then. As just taking a look at the old comment section as well then, shall we, as flying it for the fans there. Of course the Welsh flag there. Mike saying, I'm sorry, I checked Discord DM there. We've got Darren saying overtake button in F1 2020. Ooh, that'd be good, wouldn't it? We have also got go on Smithy there. Darren saying great times by Bronze, absolutely good stuff indeed. I've messaged Farvari racers quite lap. I'm sorry again guys. Yeah, don't worry about that. I think we'll of course it'll be investigated all after the race as well, so I will take that out of your mind now, because I think that just enjoy it as well. That is the qualifying times for qualifying 3. Sorry, I don't know why I drew a blank there. I don't know what I was talking about. Sim saying good luck for the race, all. And oh, that's a handshake emoji as well. I love a good emoji. In Jessica pole position by just under 4/10 of a second. Good stuff indeed there. Toro Rosso only had one run there, but still good enough for 3rd position. Brilliant stuff. Gurman in 4th position. He only had 1 run as well. Forza in 5th position. Hammer 6, Red 7, B 8th. Smithy 9th, and Collins is in 10th position. As could someone said a spare invite to Nude Potato, please. As we've got George Morgan saying evening peeps with a lovely emoji there as well, and we've also got a fist bump there as well from Mike as well, and so good stuff indeed then. Bronze, good bronze guys. Sean, wet your whistle before you start. Oh, my whistle's always wet. Anyway, let's get on with the race, shall we? And look, we got a bit of cloud cover here in this race tonight, but I don't expect much rain in Abu Dhabi, but again, I'm sure the race is full, but that back in 2020, not 2020. When was it? 2018. Yeah, gosh, we haven't even had Abu Dhabi in 2020. Hopefully we'll have Abu Dhabi later on the year then as well. Of course, whether it be the last race or not, who knows? It's a very weird and wonderful, weird race there, isn't it? Dan Murphy has made a surprise entrance stage left, hasn't it? So Dan is in the race. I'm not sure if he's in the race or if he's just in there just to enjoy the multicam feature, as he's probably fed up of my broadcasting techniques. So there we go then. So right, we're going for the formation lap. We'll go through the grid from front to back, shall we? Murphy is in this race by the looks. We've also got Farf in there as well, and let's just take a look at the strategy, shall we? So lap 28 laps around here then. We've got a lot of medium tyres out there. The first 6 cars are on the medium tyres. We've got Curly Red who's on the soft there. We've got Just Being Smithy also on the medium tyre as well. Very interesting stuff, isn't it? The strategy is very mixed, isn't it? You would expect the soft tyres to be further the front, but that's really not the case there. then. So we're going to see some guys flying from the back of the grid then, aren't we? Really indeed then. Collins and Lucius also on the soft tires as well. We've got Mike who's on the soft tires, Farf on the soft, Gunnar on the hard tire. So of course Gunnar's gone hard, hasn't he? And we've also got Gamer on soft and Murphy who's also on soft as well, and he's in the Toro Rosso. He loves the Toro Rosso, doesn't he? And look at that, that's very grey out there, isn't it? Very more grey than usual, isn't it? We've got Bailey Smith saying Curly and Hammer are on fire. Oh, I hope not. Of course, I hope they are in terms of fun, but I hope not in terms of the actual car. We've also got Have a Good Race Peep there from I Am Lita. We've also got Energetic saying Energetic saying I think he's yeah. I'm not sure what's going on there. We've also got a good time Energetics. Thanks, buddy. It wasn't perfect there, but it was still good enough for pole position and the second pole position of the bronze era then, and only the first man in history of bronze to actually get a double pole position. So fantastic stuff. I thought that was his wing that came off and I was going to get very excited. Let's go for the grid, shall we? We're almost in the sector 3 and I've been waffling away, haven't I? I need to get myself sorted out, don't I? So then Energetic on pole position, but alongside him is the Daviton Nude Potato. Third position is Tor Moroso, and only his second race. German in fourth position, last time's race winner. Forza is in fifth position. Sean Hammers is in 6th. Curly Red is 7th. 8th position is Just Be along with Smithy D in 9th position. Collins is in 10th position then. He has got a Ferrari behind him of Lucius in 11th position. Then Racer is in 12th position as well. 13th position is Mike. Then 14th position is Ayrton. Farf is in a fantastic 15th position. 16th position is Gunnar. 17th position is Gamer. Then he joined late then, but he's an experienced hand at in ALR, isn't he? And Murphy there making a surprise appearance there in car 14 in the Toro Rosso. Then 28 laps around here. Let's go racing, shall we, around Abu Dhabi as well. As let me quickly get off the old graphics, shall we? I need those graphics because I'm seen to always be delayed. Then we are now going to be racing in just a few moments. Then let's wait for the lights. And of course those magic lights, and when they go out, that would signal the start of the race. And there they are then. And you can see then, of course, we'll watch for the lights, everyone. And they are away, and now we go! And a good start on Farfair is just to get out of the way then. We've also got Collins doing a bit of moonwalking into turn 1. Toro Rosso is already in front there with a Potato in second position then. We've got another laggy car then. As oh god, this speed also turn. Oh, that's German! German is off the track already. Oh dear. And Farfair is a cruiser for bruising. And we've also got Smithy who's off the track as well. And down in the Williams. Oh dear. We've had a couple of incidents then. Start off this race then. Smithy D, has he damaged the car? He has damaged the car, so I've knocked my headset off. We've also got Curry and the birthday boys have a new 6th position. Fantastic. Could just be, it's just right behind us, all on board of him then. Look at him, he's almost under the rear of Curly, and he comes on the inside, coming down into the chicane then, and which breaks up these long straights then. Oh my goodness me, and Collins are getting very close then, as oh goodness me, and he is having a bit of a laggage at the moment, isn't he? Oh my goodness me, oh goodness me then, and yeah, that's not good at all. There's a yellow flag in sector 2. What's going on in 2? As I'm not sure what's going on in 2 then, but you can see that so coming down. That's the second, and then the second straight then. Energetics leads. And second position is Toro Moroso. Potato in third position. And fourth up in the fourth position. Fantastic stuff. Hammers 5th, 6th is Curly, 7th is Just Be. And wow, we got Murphy on the outside there. Collins Murphy is flying through the field like a hot knife through butter. He's up 9 positions so far. Murphy is fantastic. Ayrton's gone. Ayrton is out of the race, and that's a big smash. Oh goodness me! And we had a smash there between Akari Caton and Nico Rosberg, didn't we? But Ayrton has his first retirement of his career. What a shame for Ayrton. And that is a big blow, isn't it? That one completed. The gap is 3/10 of a second. That's more than 3/10 of a second now, isn't it? Because look at that then. It's he's starting to drop then the Toro Moroso, who is in second position about then. Look at how dull it is out there. Pit stop. It's into the pits comes Gamer and Smithy D as well. Murphy's up 9 position. Had a fantastic start. Unfortunately, German spun out at the exit of turn 1, and that is such a shame indeed, isn't it? On board there with a Potato, who is out 3/10 of a second back about. No DRS yet. We've got to wait until the next lap, and then we'll have the drag reduction system, and then that's when the fun really begins. Then so at the moment, it's oh goodness me, I'll say the fun begins then, but not really at the moment because Just Be is It's well, I thought he's right behind Curly Red, but he's not, is he? I said no, because I'm looking at the wrong car. There he is, Curly Red. Then it's up into the 6th position. No, yet he's already in 6th position. My goodness me, Hammers is just in front of us in 5th position, and of course Hammers had a fantastic drive in Austria last week. Look at that, then that's Potato all over the back of Tor My Rosso. But we're watching Curly at the moment. Of course, then I'm hoping that he gets. Oh, look at that then. As Tor My Rosso is through, he passes. He's up into 2nd position. Good stuff indeed then. And the Irish is down into 3rd position then. Good stuff indeed there for Tor My Rosso. Has he got the pace? No, has he got the pace then to get after Energetics? That's the question then. Force in 4th position. Hammers is in 5th position. And so I'm sure that we had. Oh, Hammers is off the track and Curly's on the inside. He passes Hammers and he is through. And good stuff indeed. And look at this. And Hammers is really strong. Oh my goodness me, they flew past me. Brilliant stuff. And Just Be is all over the back of Hammers at the moment. Just Be's on a fantastic start to this incredible race so far. And they're coming through to complete a lap for 2, isn't they? And Sean Hammers is getting very sneaky. We're on board then, and now Just Be, they're on the same compound. They're tired about this. They flicking it into 2-1. Look at that Abu Dhabi flag. It's a light breeze at the moment. So Hammers is now getting a bit of a conga lump behind him. And look at them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars there behind him, maybe even a 6th car. And they're coming out of turn 3 then, dropping down the hill then. It's a very perilous turn as well. Murphy is up into 8th position. He passes Racer. Brilliant stuff indeed. But Racer's going on the inside then. A bit of a nerve fair, but nothing too much indeed then. I'm hoping it calms down slightly then, but of course last night it didn't calm down at all, did it? It was absolutely frightfully incredible, wasn't it? We've also got Mike, who's now on the side-by-side there with Collins. He is not side-by-side, he has passed Collins, and he moves up into 10th position. Fantastic stuff indeed there. Hammers has dropped down. Hammers is down into 7th position. Whoa, Just Be is off the track there, and he is skating off, and that is a 10-second penalty. And of course, I think that, that's a slam dunk 10-second penalty as well. Curly Red is back into 5th position, and Just Be in 6th position. Hammers is strong in this stage race, isn't he? Look at him, he's defended, he's all over the show as they come down into, oh my goodness me, and that's Murphy going at the inside, and Just Be then, who's got a 10-second penalty for his misdemeanors there of cutting the chicane then, and but Murphy is up at the 7th, he's up at the position already. My goodness me, he's going through the field like a hot knife through butter at the moment. That's absolutely fantastic, really good stuff indeed then. Ford's up at the 3rd position then. When did that happen? Well, probably happened a lap ago, but he is now up into 3rd position now, so good stuff from Ford. So then I think he had a difficult qualify, didn't he? But now he's really in the action then for the race, and 4 seconds to road. Energetics is pulling away from this from the field at the moment. Really got a bit between his teeth, hasn't he? We have lost Ayrton so far in this race, unfortunately. German is at the back of the field currently, and he's going to have to get himself back into this as well. That's Just Be there. It's it's found a new racing line, hasn't he, coming through turn 1, hasn't he? He's gone very well wide, hasn't he? On board then with Mike at the moment, then with Sim just in front of us, and Just Be just in front of them as well. Murphy is flying a very good flag there for the Toro Rosso 2 at the moment. He's doing a cracking job there, from 18th on the grid to 7th already there, and I think he's enjoyed himself out there. Of course, Murphy, usually the Toro Rosso driver for gold, is making a surprise appearance here tonight. Racer is now coming to the back. Oh, he was coming to the back of Just Be, but Mike is now going to be a bit more interested, isn't he? So Sim is going to have to really start figuring out the defensive. Murphy's up into 6th position. He passes Hammers. Murphy is flying through the field, and he's up into 6th position. It's a fantastic display from Dan. He's had a fantastic start, 4 laps, and he's up into 6 already. Absolutely incredible stuff. Absolutely fantastic, and a brilliant opening couple of laps there. He's put on a clinic here tonight. Oh, goodness me. And Murphy, there's getting very snaky between Curly Red and Murphy, and I thought he's going to lose downforce there, Murphy, and gone ploughing into the back of Curly. That would have been disastrous, wouldn't it? Now Sean Hammers is all over the back of Dan, as it is look how dull it is out there at the moment. Of course, we are transcending into the night time, isn't it? But it's very overcast, very miserable out there, which is unusual for, and who's out in the background? Just Be there, getting very defensive as a Sim, and that's Collins off the tracks right then, and Sim Racer there is just keeping tabs on Just Be at the moment. Just Be got a 10-second penalty. He's going to have to try, and unfortunately that is it. Oh my goodness, he's off the track again now. Just Be is, and well off the track actually. I wonder if he would have got probably would have got a warning for that, wouldn't he? And to come across the line to complete lap 5. Murphy is up into 5th position already. Oh, no, not quite that. Curly is not giving it inside. Murphy's going to go on the outside. Oh, I thought that was going to be an incredible manoeuvre there. Murphy from 18th on the grid. Curly's off. Curly's off. He's off. He's in the wall. It's a smash. It's a smash. He's damaged the wing. He's damaged the wing there on the Red Bull. And that is the whole wing section gone off. That's a safety car. We've got a safety car in this race then. And that is going to spice things up. Is anyone going to take this advantage and come into the pits then? This is the opportunity knocking now for Gurman and for Gamer. And Smithy D is staying out on the pit side, so he's staying on the hard tires at the moment. And let's take stock, shall we? As I've hit my headset off again. I need to tighten it up, I think. As NJ saying, George Morgan saying, Guano, new potato, stay baked then. I love that. You can get your jacket. And we've also got Becca Jones saying, quick prediction for you. There will be a 4 Welsh podium. My goodness me then. I gotta say, that is a very, take that bet at the moment there. There's a lot of Welsh contingency in this grid at the moment. It's brilliant, isn't it? We are worldwide in ALR, aren't we? Brilliant. We've also got, Darren saying Sean Hammers would make a good wrestler name. I gotta say, I think he does. That's a great name, isn't it, Sean Hammers? Dropper saying that Welsh driver in silver is pretty good to watch. Darren also saying I can't remember one Dropper. I think Dropper told me how to say his name the other night, didn't he? As I still can't say it right. Goodness me. Safety car is starting on, and is anyone going to come pits? Tormo Rosso is coming to the pit. So is Forza as well. Then so Energetics is staying up then, and everyone else is coming into the pits as well. So who else? Murphy's in the pits. Well, he's on the soft tires, Murphy was, but that's a fantastic start to the race there from Murphy. Just be it stayed out on track at the moment. So is Sim as well. So Torres are on board. Murphy. We've also got Hammers. We've also got Mike. We've got Lucius. Gunnar is staying out as well. We've also got Curly Red in the pits, and so a lot of pit action at the moment. And so we've got the safety car, and then we've got Energetics in first position. Just be second, and Sim in third. Collins in fourth position, and Gunnar is in fifth. Everyone else is come into the pits. So Torres Morosso is out on the soft tires then. Forza is out on the medium compound tires. So is Murphy on the medium as well. Then Sean Hammers in 10th position. Nude Potato is in 11th position. Then Mike in 12th. In 11th position. Then Gamer is in 12th position. He has to come in the pits. And Lucius in 13th position. Curly Red then on the hard tire. Smithy coming through, and Gurman also on the medium tires as well. Then so that is a rundown of what is going on for you at the moment then. As Darren saying, nice helmet, you mean then, as him and Joffa getting a bit of bromance on it at the moment, aren't they? As Becca saying, I need to start watching silver races to support that one Welsh driver. As Joffa saying, you'll be my only fan then. Indeed then, as Joffa's getting a lot of love here tonight in the old comic session, isn't he? Brilliant stuff indeed then. As Darren saying, it's a Joffy ass. as NJ saying, what happens, guys? It was I think it was Curly Red that came into they hit the bar there and caused the safety car, as that was unfortunate as well. Anyway then, as we're now then on lap 6 out of 28 here in this race at the moment then. So at the moment then, so we have got the first 5 who haven't come in the pits at the moment, and we've got all 3 types of compound tires in use in the top 5 at the moment. We've got Energetics on the medium tires, Just Be on the medium as well, soft tires for Collins, also we've got medium tires for Sim, and Gunnar on the hard tires. The only other 2 men on the hard tires is Curly Red and Smithy D. Then we've got something going on there. We've got something really bad going on there. As Torma Rosso is just dropping down the order at the moment, isn't he? As he's become a ghost. He's become a ghost, hasn't he? Torma Rosso has. And oh dear, that's not looking too good at all then, is he? I think he was one of the first men to come out, wasn't he? And that's not good at all. Collins has got a 5-second penalty there for track limits there, which ain't good, is it, when you're under the safety car? But into the pits there comes Collins then. So he's in the pits and he's on I think he should have come in a lap earlier, and he's got a 5-second penalty. Collins has, and he is now going to, what tires is going on? He's on the hard compound tires. No, yet he is on the hard tires. Actually, he is indeed then. And of course, he's going to be out of the pits in just a few moments, and they're changing the nose cone on that Renault, and away he goes then. Gurman is just coming through as well. He is down in 16th position at the moment in the Red Bull then. So we've only got 16 cars left out of the 17 to start there. Of course, far of course, ignore far, he is in the Mercedes. As Ayrton unfortunately out of the race, of course, he crashed where Carter Kane in Rosberg came to blows in 2012, didn't they? Of course, I figure it was when Carter Kane's engine started blowing up and Rosberg went over the back of that HRT. It was a violent old smash, wasn't it? As we're on board at the moment then, we're on board with energetics about this. He is just weaving from left to right. He's trying to get those tires in the optimal operating window at the moment. He needs to make hay as well whilst the sun is shining, because Forza, Murphy and the Hammers have all done one lap on this medium tire so far. New Potato is on the soft compound tire, and he might be going off like a scolded cat, won't he, when the safety car comes in. So we're waiting for that magical message now. I hope it'll be in this lap there. Hopefully Bernd Mylander will peel off and come into the pits then, and then we'll be back race then in just a few moments time. Of course, safety car is out because of curly red that went to the bar. There's the magical message there. Safety car is in at the end of this lap then. We'll be back racing in just a few moments time then. So Energetics becomes the de facto safety car now, and he controls the pace then, of course. And of course, he doesn't want to slow the cars down too much, does he? We've had some shenanigans about that in the past, haven't we? We're on board Collins' nose cone here. Lovely section of the nose cone as well. As you see, just looking at the back of Gurman's diffuser. Oh gosh, I felt a bit dirty saying that. But yeah, we're looking at the back of a Gurman's diffuser then when Collins is on the hard tire as well then. So when is Energetics going to drop the hammer? And lovely shot from the steering wheel. Look at this then at the moment. And as he is just he's getting himself ready. When's he going to go? When's he going to go? When's he going to drop the hammer? Just B is in second position then at the moment. Brilliant stuff from Just B, and Sim in third position as well then. And Gunar's got a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits as well. Gunar's had a fantastic race so far. He's up in the fourth position. Energetics is going. He is going. When's he going? Forza's got a 10-second penalty. We're going now, Forza. That's a huge mistake for Forza. We're back racing Abu Dhabi. Just B's had a fantastic start, hasn't it? But the front two left the other guys behind then, and we're lap 8 then. We got 28. Oh, sorry, we've got 20 laps to go out of 28 then. And Lucius and Toro Rosso's dropping down the order, isn't it? Toro Rosso is expected to be right in the thick of it, but unfortunately that's not happening at the moment. Forza's all over the back of Gunnar, and look at them all, they're trying to get by Gunnar. Gunnar's on the outside, trying squeezing him, Forza that second place right side. Murphy is on the outside now. He is through over the fifth position. That's absolutely splendid stuff there from Murphy. Absolutely great stuff indeed. Hammers is also by Forza as well. That exchange that didn't have the McLaren driver, did they? And now Murphy then, there's no DRS yet, and now it's a drag race coming down the first long back straight there. Murphy needs to make this work, and he is making it work. He's course the highest man to pit at the moment then. Gunnar there is not waving through. Forza's dancing on the outside. Oh, Hammers is getting very close to the new Potato then, maybe too close, and now as he comes and now Sean Hammers is far through. Goodness me, there's a lot of them. There's lots of change of direction here, isn't he? Oh wow, he's underneath the railway. Murphy is on the inside. He passes Gunnar. He's having a fourth position. Gunnar down to fifth. Forza sixth. And oh goodness me, and who's that? That's Nude Mushroom who's going on the outside. He passes Hammers. Hammers down 8th position, and Mike is in 9th position. Gamer in 10th position then in the second McLaren, and a fantastic race. Oh my goodness me, what's that? I thought that was Forza on a good old lunge into Gunnar, but not quite yet, as Gunnar's gone wide there in turn 17 as well. On board with the McLaren driver at the moment, then Gunnar's done 7 laps on those hard tyres, and those hard tyres will be going much longer than this at the moment, but he just wants to, but of course there he does want to get any damage, does he? And the medium tyres are going to have a pace advantage at the moment then. 2.2 seconds between Energetics and Just Be had a fantastic start there. Forza was doing the old switcheroo, and he's now on the inside into turn 1 then. He passes Gunnar. He is up into 5th position. Fantastic stuff, but Gunnar's got a queue behind him honestly, but that is expected there because of the hard tyres he's gone then. So but Gunnar will be back later on in this race when he puts on a softer compound tyre. Where is the medium or the soft tyres? We'll have to wait and see about Gunnar's strategy then. Murphy is now all over the back then. Yellow flag, so that's Williams gone. It's Smithy D. Where is he? Oh, he's pointing the wrong direction there. He's going on the alternative course as well. So that's unfortunate. Murphy is now all over the back of Sim. Yeah, it is Sim. Unfortunately, Smithy D had a fantastic race last night. He's not on a good race. Look at them all. Look at them all in the background. Our new Potatoes alongside Gunnar. We also got Mercedes one. Murphy up the inside. Passes Sim, and he's through then. Irish is also through as well. Irish Spud is through. And over the 6th position. Brilliant stuff there from Potato. Potato, not Spud. Coming down then into the second straight as well. Murphy third position, fantastic 9 laps for Murphy. Sim in fourth position, fourth to fifth. It's a Morgan Gamer Ballon 2 for nailed, and then Mike is in ninth position, Gamer 10th, but now Gurman's through and he's up into 10th position. He's back at the point set after a horrible start there from the Red Bull driver. The man who won in Austria is back in the points then. We're on lap 9 then of this race then, and don't expect anything to calm down anytime soon. This has been absolutely incredible stuff so far in this race, hasn't it? It's been brilliant from the get-go, hasn't it? There's a Sim there going very wide then. DR's been enabled. Murphy is now up into second position, into the pits, comes just beaten from Sim, is now under attack there from Ford. So they come through turn 1 there. Lovely shot here in Abu Dhabi, isn't there? Some brilliant curb shots as well. Just beaten coming into the pits, and what tires is going to go on, and he's on the medium tires. Done 9 laps on those medium tires. I wonder if he's on the medium tires again, but oh goodness me, look at him. It's a Kia car there once again, and Sim at the moment now, Sim third position, and Forza in fourth position, and Potato is in fifth position as well. Yellow flag in 3. I'm not sure what's happening in 3, but we leave them to it, shall we? And no, so I think unfortunately Smithy is out of the race then after his incredible race last night. Has come to zilch here tonight then. Forza's out up into third position. He gets past Sim. He is through now. Irish Potato there is going on the inside there, but good defender there from Sim. We got a yellow flag at 2. What's going on? It's goodness me, then we got a wingless McLaren. Oh, he's getting very tight. That's a whole front wing going on front of the cars, and that is not good. It's a McLaren of Gamer, and he's swerving left and right. What's going on here? Oh my goodness me, it's Collins who's out of the race, and a virtual safety car, and that was looking very frightfully dastardly indeed, wasn't it? And that is not good at all. Lucius is now in 11th position, Curly down in 12th position. The McLaren of Gamer, he's going to come to the pits. That's the whole front wing section guard in this race. That is not good at all, is it? And oh dear. So we've got a virtual safety car, and they have to adhere to the delta on their steering wheels, or in the top right hand side as well, depending on what view you like to have. So that's unfortunate for the McLaren driver then. This virtual safety car, I don't think will be out long enough for him to to minimize. He's almost in the wall there. That's a perilous turn 19 then. It seems a lot of drivers seems going in the wall at turn 9, at turn 19 then. So into the pits there, and we got the race leader in the pits, and that is Energetics is in the pits. He's on the hard tires and going to the end of the race now. We'll see where this how this unfolds. This is incredible stuff. Once again, another safety car. It's really spicing up the race then, isn't it? We're back racing. We're green here in Abu Dhabi then. Tom Marosso is back in 9th position. I'm not sure if he's still in the race. He is still in the race. Good stuff. He was really struggling. Sim in the pits as well. Gamer changing the nose. Cody is back out. Lucius is gone as well. Murphy is leading this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix from 18th on the grid to lead in this race. Absolutely fantastic and absolutely inspired driving from Murphy. Oh wow, fantastic. And what is he going to do for me? He's done the soft tires. He's been on the medium tires now. He has fulfilled the rules in the race then. But the question is, what those medium tires are going to get to the end, and are they? As Mike is now up the inside past Gunnar. Gunner's done 10 laps on those hard tires. That's the most anyone's done, any lap which has done on any tire so far. But Gunnar is dropping down to 7th position now as well. But he's got to go a couple more laps yet, hasn't he? Gurman is through. Gurman is off the track. Hammers is back through. He is back through. Gurman there, slow it down, and doing a very good job actually there. Nicely done indeed. There, Curly Red there is on the back of Toro My Rosso as well. And there's a bit of a field spread now in this race, isn't it? Lap 11 then. Murphy is now 4 seconds in front of Forza, who is second at the moment. New Potatoes in third position, but it's now starting to bear down on Forza. Remember the soft tires didn't last too long last night, did they? We got Hammers and Gurman battling for 4th and 5th position. Well, Mike is having a 6th. Fantastic stuff. Gunnar in 7th position. He's done 10 laps on those hard tires. Toro Rosso is in 8th position. Curly Red in 9th position. 10th position at the moment is the pole sitter Energetics. Remember, he didn't convert pole into the win in Austria. Now he's looking very much on the back foot once again, isn't he? But there's still a long way to go. We ain't even got to half distance yet in this race, halfway. So there is still an awfully long way to go in this race then. So do not count your chickens before they hatch just yet. Gunnar's dropping down into 8th position now as well, as those hard tires are really struggling at the moment as well. As that was Tom Rosso getting past. So now coming on the back straight, and of course, so New Potato is on the soft, is on the new tires there, isn't he? He's a bit too far back, but is he? Let's see what straight line speed on this Alpha Romeo, and on his debut, he's gaining, and also we've got German and Hammers in the background. Irish Mo, he's gone very wide. Then Force is going to go back through. German is in 4th position there. Hammers is in 5th position there. So yeah, so unfortunately, New Potato there has let Force back through there, hasn't he? Because he overshot the chicane there, didn't he? He's having a look there, but I think he's just trying to annoy Force there, isn't he? Hammers on the outside, but German's got the inside, hasn't he? And covering the line beautifully well there at the moment there, isn't he? Fantastic. Murphy has gained another 3/10 of a second, and over Force in the middle part of the lap alone. Then Curly Red is now all over the back of Gunnar. Gunnar's on the hard tires, isn't he? He's almost got double the life of Curly Red, hasn't he? On those hard tires, so it's going to be very difficult for Gunnar to defend. And Energetic is on the hard tires as well, isn't he? He should be going to the end of the race on that, but Energetic at this moment in time, I feel it's on the back foot, the pole sitter. But that is a very amateurish thing to say from me, isn't it? Because I don't know what is going on in this race at the moment. It's absolutely been fantastic so far, hasn't it? Once again, it has been absolutely brilliant stuff, and we are really cooking up a brilliant treat here in Abu Dhabi. Once again, then, of course, gold was a very good race, silver and an absolutely phenomenal race, and here tonight it's been a brilliant race as well. Murphy, who is come from the back of the field, is now leading the race, and Energetics has passed. Curly moves up into 9th position there. Sim has set the fast on the race. Is Curly going to go back on the inside? I thought he was trying to, but Energetics has got the pace, and he's got the new tyres as well. So now Energetics' next target is Gunnar, the Irishman, in 8th position at the moment. I know tyres are very second hand at the moment, isn't he? He needs to go a couple more laps at least, then in the remaining race. Oh, it's a Force, it's a pass there. He's been passed. There's a Potato. It's through and up into 2nd position. Force is dropping down into 3rd position as well. I've also got Energetics who's passed Gunnar as well. Energetics is through and up into 8th position as well then. And now Gunnar there's no rest for the rear, is it, for Gunnar, because now he's going to have Curly Red, the birthday boy, who is now on the back of him as well. He's 7/10 of a second away at the moment. Gunnar's had an amazing launch off actually. Kane has a fantastic there from Gunnar then, and he's actually gained on Energetics there. That's a brilliant launch there from the Ferrari driver. And we've got Lucius and Gamer. Where is Lucius? Lucius on the inside. Gamer's on the outside. Lucius has got the soft tires. Gamer's on the hard tires. And they're on completely polar opposite strategies, aren't they? Brilliant stuff. That's what I'm loving about this race at the moment. It's all up in the air. It's absolutely fantastic stuff, isn't it? Murphy is now leading by almost 6 seconds in this race, over half distance here in Abu Dhabi. And Potato is second. I'll keep going Potato, but yeah, it's of course a New Potato, the new second one with Force in 3rd position. German has now joined the party, and it's now a freeway. Fantastic stuff indeed. Then here they are. Then this is going to get very tasty indeed. Those soft tires are now going to start to drop off. I think. And look at Norris there. He almost went off the track there. He caught it. Brilliant stuff. Remember around this time in the race yesterday, it all was further up in the air. Was there with Poorly Orange and Glock there crashing at the same point now, and that's really threw a spotter on the work. And now potentially could have happened again here today with Potato there going off there. Good save there from Potato. Brilliant stuff indeed there. Just B is all over the back of Curly Red at the moment. Curly Red is also all over the back of Gunnar as well. They're getting very concertina here at the moment, aren't they? Forza is gaining on a Potato at the moment there. But he ran out of road there. Now they're on the chicane, and I'm going to keep him on the gaps, but I'm also keeping on this battle as well. And this is the battle for 9th, 10th and 11th finish. So I'm just catching a breather then. And look at this. And Curly Red is up the rear wing of the Ferrari. He's past the Ferrari. He has gone wide. Then Gunnar's going to go for that. And there's going to be contact. There is contact. Oh, there's a bit more than contact. It's getting argy-bargy. And now Curly is now in 9th position. Just B has gone through as well. And then Gunnar now is walking the street. He's looking in both directions. There's Curly is going to try. Just B is going to go on the outside. They're going into the chicane. Where is he? Yeah, Just B on the outside. That's fantastic. Curly's got a 3-second penalty. Brilliant move there for Just B. Very optimistic to say the least. That was fantastic, wasn't it? Absolutely fantastic stuff for Just B there. He waited there. He positioned his car absolutely delightfully well, didn't he? And he is in that 9th position now. And he's got 2 points so far. I know he got an Alpha Romeo in the pits. And it is a Potato coming in the pits and slowing down then. And to the pit lane speed limiter then. And he's coming in the pits. And what tires is he going to go on then? As I need to I need to catch up then as well as I've just having a look then as so Darren saying Dan going for softs at the end, I'm guessing, and then also 11 to 12 laps for the medium tires as well. That's very interesting stuff then, and Dan also doing the first challenge as well as Zenadine Zoe there saying come on Smithy. Unfortunately I'm a little behind there. It's oh my goodness me, what's happening? It's a Toro Rosso's off the track there, and oh dear, he has to be very gingerly coming on now. He has come back on Toro Rosso's had a bit of a nightmare race at the moment. German is in second position. He passes Forza and he is through and up into second position. Fantastic driving from German once again there, and really brilliant stuff. But Forza's had an incredible launch off the chicane. Look at them, they're almost the same cars. They come out from underneath the rear wing of the Red Bull. These two have swapped engines, haven't they, over the winter, and now Forza is going on the outside. He passes German, and German, where is he? We're on board, look right, that's Forza. Incredible driving from both drivers. Hats off, I'm loving that. That is beautiful stuff indeed. That is textbook, isn't it? Brilliant stuff. If you want art and driving and overtaking and coming back and defending, then just watch that. That was fantastic. Oh, as unfortunately it's gone a bit wide though, hasn't he? Murphy is now 8.3 seconds in front there. He's got the race in the palm of his hand at the moment. Murphy has never won a race in any of the ALR divisions at this point, but he could win his first race and his first appearance here in bronze here tonight, which will be an absolutely incredible feat for Dan, won't it? Fantastic indeed then. And as they come around under the come to finish off the lap once again. Just be at the moment there is a 5/10 of a second in front of Sim Racer at the moment, as these guys are also very close together, and German is I think got the pace over Forza at the moment, isn't it? So we might come back to that second place battle as well then. Of course we've only got 2 battles on track at the moment, haven't we, because of there's a bit of a field spread out there as we now turn into darkness, don't we, as the day turns into night here in Abu Dhabi. Is brilliant stuff indeed then. Is Darren saying a good comeback from German. Hats off to German, he's been fantastic. Irish Potato is through, passes Sim, and he is down to position. So here he comes in. I'm one of the Alpha Male teammates going through it. I'm on the male, ain't I keep missing the overtake then, and now up into second position is German. He passes Forza, and now he's done that crisply well. Toro Rosso's in the pits. He's thrown on a set of hard tires to the end of the race as well. Good stuff indeed then. And now Potato is on the outside. Is there Just B is on the inside then. He goes on the outside. There's contact with the 2 Alfa Romeos there. It's a slight of the contact, but it's a contact nonetheless, so isn't it? But Irish Potato is through on his debut. He was doing a fantastic stuff here today, Irish Potato is, but his teammate Just B, look at Just B there, he's coming back, he's gone on the outside, but Just B has done 5 laps more than his teammate. Lucius is through, as him and Gamer are really battling out. His gloves off now, isn't it? This is getting very feisty indeed there as well. Gunnar is 14 seconds in front of this bar here, but Gunnar is trying to get to a sensible window before going on to his medium tires. I wonder if he might think about coming in now. Of course, I'm saying that because I've read Darren's information and he knows a lot more about Formula 1 than I do. So, yes, I think that's a very good time. That might be a good time for Gunnar to come in, perhaps. But if he comes in and he doesn't have a very good race, I didn't say it. Now Potato's now on his way to. He's on fresh medium tires then, and he is now starting to. He needs to burn rubber, doesn't he, till the end of the race then. I think Potato should be able to get the end for now. Gunnar is in the pits then, and the Irishman in the pits said, what tires are going to go on there? Is he going to go on the soft tires, or is he going to go on the medium tires? Well, and where the Ferrari boys get to work. Oh, he's got a 5-second penalty now for the Ferrari, and now they're getting to work. And what tires are going on there? On the medium tire until the end of the race. I think that's a very sensible decision there for Gunnar. Points is on the board today for Gunnar. He currently has not any so far, has he? In his first 3 races, has he? Energetics is now coming up behind Mike. He's on the outside of Mike then. Energetics is through there. He's giving him a good squeeze. He's pinching him on the inside, but Mike is having none of it. And Mike is on the outside there. He has done a very good job. Mike has his defended, but Energetics has got fresher tyres, hasn't he? Now he's going on the outside then. He's once again wheel to wheel there with Mike. He's on the outside. Is Mike going to be able to get back in? And Energetics is through and pass and up into 5th position then. Good stuff indeed then. Lucius and Gamer, Lucius and Gamer Candy, these are alone in the boat. Oh my goodness me, great stop in there from Lucius. I thought he's going to plough into the side of Gamer, not one iota, and I shouldn't have had any doubt here. Brilliant skill there from Lucius to stop the car. Absolutely fantastic stuff indeed there, as I've just launched my phone completely across the room there. I got to stop moving my hands when I commentate. I get too excited. Into the pits comes Murphy then. He's done 12 laps on those medium tyres, hasn't he? And he's now in the pits then. He is changing to the medium tyres once again then. And Darren has absolutely nailed it, hasn't he? Brilliant stuff indeed. German is staying out. Forza staying out as well. Where's Energetics? Energetics is also Nude. Potato is also set the fast up the way. Whereas Murphy's coming out of the pits now then. This is going to be a fantastic, it's going to be a frightfully good final couple of laps as well. Where is Nude Potato? There is Murphy. Where's Nude? Nude is, it's a second back then. So it's not as close what I thought it was. Energetic is now behind his teammate Sean Hammer. Sean Hammer's on another fantastic race, isn't he? So is German as well. Forza having a very strong race. I think this will be Forza's strongest race of the season so far, wouldn't it? And definitely in terms of position. Maybe in Italy as well. He was a bit unlucky, wasn't he? But today he's on a fantastic race. Hopefully I haven't put the kibosh onto it. He's 4/10 of a second back from Hammers at the moment. Energetics is, we're all keeping an eye on Murphy. His pace here in Abu Dhabi has been scintillating, hasn't it? It's been like sizzling bacon, hasn't it? It's been brilliant stuff from Murphy then. Hammers got a very good launch off the chicane. This is where most of the action has been, hasn't it, in Abu Dhabi? Of course, it's a recipe for good overtaking this part of the track. Look, he's going for the dummy. He's on the inside. He passes Hammers. He is through up in the fourth position there. Hammers is down in the fourth position as well. Look at that. We've got a bit of a queue for him behind now. Murphy has had an incredible outlap. Look at that then. He was a second and a half. He's less than a second behind now. And he's got two cars. As a Mike there is Mike just taking more of an acute angle. We're on board with Murphy. Oh, and he's lost a bit of downforce. I thought he's going into the back of the Mercedes. Not quite then. Mike has done 12 laps on those medium tyres then. Murphy, I feel at the moment, and he has a commanding position in this race. I may not look it, but in terms of the position and how the races are panning out, I think he's got a cracking attempt of winning this race. Mike has gone wide down. German is in the pits, and he's in the pits for the lead then. Forza, I wonder if Forza is going to try and go on the soft tyres. There's German in the Red Bull, just coming out of the pits now. Murphy is now 5/10 of a second away from Sean Hammers, and in front is 1.2 seconds to the man who doesn't need to come in the pits again, we don't think. Possibly as well, but maybe as look at this, Murphy size it up the inside, passes Hammers, and he is up into third position. Fantastic, what a performance here from Dan Murphy. Absolutely stellar stuff indeed then. What an incredible Forza from 18th on the grid up into third position. This man has got some pace, hasn't he? Brilliant stuff indeed, and really good stuff. But now as New Potatoes now all over the back of Mike. Then Mike is defending this. He's done 13 laps on the medium tyres. He's going on the outside. He's really missed his braking point. He's missed his braking point, and Mike is Mike is back through in the Mercedes then as well. Oh. I think I need to might need to take a chill pill at the moment, don't I? I might need to get some might have to get some old cold water in me, because I am absolutely frying here at the moment. Then I could say you could probably put an egg on my belly there. I'm actually that hot then, and fry that egg. Don't do that. Just be there is currently behind German. German has just got through at the moment. 4/10 of a second then. Sean Hammers and Mike has become a bit of a roadblock at the moment. Can New Potato get past and Mike and Sean Hammers then, because he is losing time now. Of course, he's done already 3 laps more than what Murphy is. Murphy is now battling with Energetics as well. Those hard tires should get to the end. I think those medium tires should get to the end as well. Forza staying out at the moment then, but Forza is but the question is, can Forza get those tires to the end, and or is he trying to go on the soft tires? Remember, the more time he stays out, the more time he's going to be losing, and the more time he's going to struggle. He has to get him back. They're on this race, and we've got 9 laps to go then. Mike has got off the track then. That is going to allow a Potato through. Potato is through and up into 5th position. Then next target is Hammers. Murphy's next target is Energetics. Then is the race leader Forza, who is 2.7 seconds in front of him. Pit lane, and into the pit lane comes Sim from 9th position. He is on the soft compound tires. Brilliant stuff indeed there from Sim there as well. Then we've got DRS then available, and DRS is wide open, and Hammers there is trying to defend them, but you can see then Potato is going on the inside. Then he is through. He passes Hammers. Hammers there is done 14 laps on those medium tires, as has Mike, and as also Forza as well. And of course that was a bit of a tongue twister, wasn't it? We're on board Murphy. Then you can see he's got full beans there on those earths there, but he's taking it down there. He's not only driving the car, he's also adjusting the modes loads of these cars as well. It's incredible, isn't it, how these guys have got such big brain capacity to do, not only drive the cars fast, not only to overtake, not only to battle as well, but also to change the mode these cars are in. It's absolutely fantastic stuff. It's wonderful to watch. It's wonderful to witness. It really is, isn't it? So Simmons out just behind Curly. Curly is his birthday, but he might need a bit of luck there to get any points on his birthday. As at the moment, then he's really starting to he's now getting the clutches of Sim then, and that's the final place for points at the moment. It's Forza's in the pits then, and he's what tires is the McLaren driver going to go on then? We're waiting to see the overalls of the McLaren there. Of course, they're blue overalls, aren't they? And they are going to work now then. So Forza is on the soft tires until the end of the race then. Let's see what we can do there. Murphy is all over the back end. Simmons got a 3-second penalty as he's battling with Curly. Whereas Forza out, he's still coming on the pits then. I think he's going to be behind just people. There's a big old gap between Forza and his teammate X Gamer. And it's about a 30-second gap between himself and X Gamer. So Forza is out now, and away he goes. Where's he going to finish this race? That's the question. Then Sean Hammers is staying out there at the moment, and so is Mike as well. That's interesting, isn't it? I'm talking of German. Look at him in the background there. He's having a look at Sean Hammers. Whilst the other half there is also in combat as well. At the moment, German is alongside Hammers. He's through. He passes Hammers and he moves up into fourth position. So German potentially could have another podium in 2 races. Fantastic stuff, Ben. And I think Just B has had a problem. I think he has had a problem. He's had an error. No good. Just B has had an error. Then what a shame. Can he get back in the session then? Hopefully so. Hopefully he can. And because that'll be good. That'll be good for Just B then, because he's on course for some points then. He needs to get back in as quickly as possible then, because that gap between himself and Gamer is going to come down then. Murphy still hasn't got by he has got by Energetics. I was even on board then. Murphy has taken the lead here in Abu Dhabi, and I have missed it once again then. Dan Murphy from 18th on the grid leads here in Abu Dhabi with 7 laps to go. Absolutely fantastic, incredible stuff then. And Just B is asked, is it just him? Unfortunately, I figure it's just you at the moment. Just B, see if you can get back in the session then, because that'll be cruel for Just B. I think he's had this his strongest race under the ALR banner, hasn't it? It's been brilliant stuff from Just B here tonight. Fantastic stuff. Well, I gotta say then, I think driver of the day then it's gonna be it might be a no contest really, is it? Because it's the man who's leading this race. Force is back up in the 5th now. He's on the soft tires. Sean Hammers and Mike is also on the soft tires as well. German there is 4 seconds away then from Potato, and their tires are very similarly aced, and I wonder if Potato might fancy getting in front of Energetics in the battle for 2nd position then. We're on board Sim Race at the moment, and it's now Gamer's moved up into 8th position as well. Just B is in the pits, as I think is that's a shame for Just B. I'm not sure if he was planning on coming to the pits or what then, but he has been robbed, I think, and what a shame for Just B. An absolute shame indeed then. As Ayrton said, I'm sad then, of course, that's Ayrton's first retirement of his ALR career. What a shame there for Ayrton, as he crashed in the same places where Rosberg and Carter Kane did back in 2012. And also we have Dan Murphy lowering himself from gold to bronze. Of course, Sam was asking, why is Dan racing? Is he too slow for gold then? As Darren said, you're improving, Ayrton, just as seat time in practice, mate. Indeed that is. Of course, there's a lot of banter there from Sam and Granty there about Dan today, but this could be Dan's first race win in ALR, and it would be a fantastic race win from 18th on the grid. He's had the pace, he has, hasn't he? 2-star strategy there from the softs to medium. The strategy's been absolutely perfect so far, hasn't it? That 23 out of 28 then in this race, and I've got a frog in my throat now. We're on board with Sim then. He is 4/10 of a second away. He has the tires, doesn't he, over Curly Red, but Curly Red is in the point set, so he might get a point on his birthday. Fantastic stuff. Tormai Rosso is 4 seconds behind in the moment. Forza set the fast up race in the McLaren, and we might have a 4th different race winner in 4 races. And Curly really struggling to get that car turned, didn't they? In front is Gamer, and Gamer's only 3 seconds in front as well. He's on the hard tyres, and I think the mediums should get to the end, and the soft should get to the end as well from here, on a decent pace as well. So that is going to be something very much to keep an eye on, isn't it? We've got to keep an eye on the new Potato, who's now less than a second behind, and German is also being poured as well. He is 4 seconds away from Potato as well. This is going to be really good stuff indeed. Darren has just said, sack your brother, Ayrton. Oh dear, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? Of course, Ayrton is, Emerson is Ayrton's race engineer. And I got to say, he hasn't done too well, has he, so far? Emerson hasn't. He's made the wrong calls, which is why Emerson has been on the back foot so far. That's my expert analysis on it, which is not an expert by any stretch of the imagination. Energetics is 7/10 of a second back at the moment, isn't he? From Energetics to second moment. Once again, Energetics are on pole position for the first man to be on pole position twice in bronze. He is not going to stand on the top step at this moment in time. And it's something dramatically going to change in this race. Well, anything can happen. It's been a fantastic race, hasn't it? And once again, a fantastic event then here in ALR. It's been absolutely brilliant stuff indeed then. Really good stuff then as a sim there is just running out of road, believe it or not, and that's a very long bit of road as well, isn't it? Ayrton said might need to I should hire Grant, he's faster anyway. Oh, that's a low blow if I ever heard one, isn't it? Oh goodness me, I think it's going to kick right off in the old comment section as well. I do love a bit of controversy as well, and I think as Curly Red, you can see that I think they're going to go to the back of each other, but they're not, are they? Of course, so I need to these guys are so talented, and they just know how to break their time after time after time. It's fantastic. 3/10 of a second, the gap is between Curly and Sim at the moment. They come through 20 and 21 as well. Gunnar is less than a second back from Tormar Ross at the moment. We're down to 13 cars. Just B has cruelly been denied end stint here. I think Energetics there is under attack now from Potato, and Gurman has dropped right off the back of this. I'm not sure if Gurman's had a problem, but he's not going to be. I don't think he's going to be in the in this battle now. So Energetics might be on the podium once again. I think he's been on the podium twice, hasn't he, this season? He has indeed. I think it's in both Spain and Italy. Unfortunately, didn't go too well, did it? And Energetics is still through, but look at how close they're getting them up between Potato. Potato's got on the inside. He's got off the inside. He passes Energetics. Energetics is not giving up. This is fantastic racing once again. And Energetics has the inside line. But Potato's going on the outside. Well, Potato's on the outside. He has the inside for the next corner. Fantastic racing. And he is through, but Energetics is coming through. No, not in the end then. And Potato is through and up into second position then. Energetics has had third positions so far. This might be his third in the of the season so far. Of course, it's all about consistency here in bronze. And as it stands at the moment, he will take the lead in the Drivers' Championship, which is, of course, what they're all fighting for here in this league, isn't it? Curly Red then at the moment then is now under a lot of pressure. No, his Gamer's on pressure. He's going up the inside in the fast right-hander. Fantastic. But Gamer's going back on the inside. That's a brilliant switcheroo. Fantastic. He's got a 3-second penalty. But look at this. Curly Red is trying to go on the outside. And of course, Curly Red, the birthday boy, is not giving an inch, is he? Brilliant stuff indeed. And there they are. Look up there. 3 abreast and coming into 20 and 21 then. This might get a bit tense then in the final stages. Curly Red is now doing position. Gamer down in 9th position. And Sim in 10th position as well. We've also got Mike, who is now all over the back of Hammers as well in the battle for 6th and 7th position as they come through turn 1 as well. So it's Gamer there just knocked off me toupee there, but he is on his way then. So I think that Curly Red should pull away now, but he has got to keep those tyres in check with just 3 more laps to go. The battle between Sean Hammers, look at Mike there, he's almost off the track there, isn't he? And we've also got the battle for 2nd, which is still not finished, that's it. And look at this, Mike is up the inside, passes Hammers, he is through, passes the Haas, and up into 6th position now. Hammers jumped down to 7th position then. They're both on similar similar age tires as well. Energetics then is not giving up on the 2nd position moment. Murphy is 5.8 seconds away at the moment, isn't he? Brilliant 17. Hammers is back through. No, he's not. Mike is still on the inside. He's still got by, and it's still in a 7th position. No, 6th position. I'm getting confused where everyone is. Brilliant stuff indeed. That. Oh my goodness me! Look at this, and we got some more balling. It's now Curly Red. It's Gamer. Gamer's on the outside, and Curly Red is forced Gamer slightly wide down, and he is still through. Robust, but Gamer's on the inside. And oh my goodness me! That's contact. That's not contact. Gamer's getting a bit of a wobbly on. Now Sim then is going to have the advantage. Is he going to pop it up and under? Oh goodness me! That's I think that Sim probably full ballot and probably changed his mind actually. I think at the very last minute there. Energetics, and it's only 0.2 of a second away then from a Potato then. Murphy's gap is now 7 seconds then here in this race. Incredible stuff indeed then. I think they're still giving Emerson Jip there in the old comment section, aren't they? As we've also got Sean Hammers there, who's very close to the back of Mike as well. Brilliant battling up and way down the field there. Retirements in this race. Ayrton retired there quite early on in this race. And we also lost Smithy D and Collins as well. And Just B had an error, which is very cruelly robbed him of possibly some very good well-earned points then, possibly, unfortunately. The gamer is not giving up, is he? I'm wondering if Curly Red's medium tires are now coming to the end of their life, and he's got the same life of tire as Potato as well. And Potato is second at the moment, and it's these 5/10 of a second, only 5/10 of a second away from Energetics, and Energetics would love to get second position here. That'd be his best result in bronze so far, wouldn't it? He's there's a run on the background. Tormar Rosso, who's also getting very interested in this battle as well. They've been battling really hard here, aren't they? So of course they will be losing time. And Sean Hammers there is just a car's width behind Mike then, as we're on lap 27 then, as we are very much now in the nights then here in Abu Dhabi. And oh my goodness, Gamer's going up the inside. That's a late lunge there, brilliant, but that's a controlled lunge nonetheless. And fantastic. He's got good purchase, but he has a slide there, and look out behind there, because there's Sim there as well. Sim getting losing a lot of momentum there, wasn't he? And now he's dropped quite a way behind the Gamer. So yeah, as you can see Sim there once again, and just having a good old sniff at the moment. But Gamer is still there or thereabouts. Let's see the McLaren. Gamer also making his debut here tonight in bronze as well. Doing a cracking job. He really is there, isn't he? In ninth position, which has been a very difficult race, hasn't it? As Sean Hammers, I thought he was in the wrong part of the track then. I thought he was going steaming on down the end of the straight then. So lap 27 out of 28. Murphy leads by 7 seconds from Potato in second position. Energetics is in third. Gurman is in fourth, and has all of a sudden started to really pick up the pace and is down to 3.6 seconds. Has he got enough time to get in front of Energetics? Energetics on 16 lap out of hard tyres. Forza in fifth position there. I think he might run out of laps for fourth position. Mike in fifth position, but Mike in sixth position with Hammers in seventh. They are very close to the back of each other. This battle is not going to be it's not going to finish right until the checker flag flutters. Curly Red is 16 seconds back from these two, and the battle for 8th, 9th and 10th has been absolutely frenetic, and we're going to have Tormar Rosso also getting involved as well in the latter stage of this race. Then Gunnar is in 12th position, then Lucius in 13th position, then Gamer is on the outside, Curly Red is on the inside, and Curly Red showing him the real wheel there. Gamer then is putting on the loud pedal then and coming down the second back straight as well. And Curly Red has got DRS there, but Sim and Gamer got DRS. And look at that, there's a Renault in the backer as well. That's Tormar Rosso. And the McLaren there is he's going to send up the inside. He's going on the inside once again. Curly Red defended. I think there's going to be contact. No, there isn't. That's absolutely brilliant stuff. He's on the inside. He passes Curly Red, and he does it. He gets a flick out, and Curly Red is now, oh my goodness me, there's going to be free abreast then. Oh wow, that's incredible racing. Curly Red is still in 8th position. Gamer is still in 9th. Sim's still in 10th. And now Tormar Rosso's got involved as well. How did they not have an aeroplane crash there is beyond me. That is absolutely incredible stuff. What a race. What a race here in Abu Dhabi then. And now we're into the final stage. It's a Gamer there is snaking left to right. Tormar Rosso is having a good old look there up the inside of Sim as well. Final lap for these guys, and they've got one more lap to sort out their differences, haven't they? Who's going to get the 4 points? Who's going to get the 2 points? And who's going to get the point? And who's going to leave here in Abu Dhabi with nothing? That is the question that we are going to have answered in the next 3.4 miles around Abu Dhabi. And Murphy at the moment there is on the final run then to the line. And he has been magnificent. He has been in fantastic form, hasn't he, Murphy? From 18th on the grid. That is the lowest position in any league that anyone in any league in ALR that anyone's won from. Absolutely fantastic. And not only that, this will be Murphy's first race win in ALR under the ALR brand then as well. And here he comes then. Absolutely fantastic stuff. And he is slowing down here, and Murphy is slowing down then, and I think that, I'm not sure why, so he's not going to win. Potato comes through the final turn, and Potato wins. That's our 4th race winner then of the season with second position. No, Energetics wins the race then. New Potato is second then. 3rd position is Gurman. 4th is Forza. Murphy is just checking out the scenery in 5th position then. Mike is in at 6th position. will be in 5th position, I should say, in the Mercedes. Fantastic race there from Mike. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Mike is in 4th. Mike is in 4th. Fantastic. 5th is Forza. Hammers in 6th position there. Oh my goodness me. Gamer's dancing on the outside then. These guys haven't finished off. Curly Red has dropped down to 11th position as well. Where is he? There they are. Gamer is in 8th position then as he comes through the final couple of corners then. And a Gamer is now in 8th position and does. Is he? And we'll find out. Oh, there's contact. And Toro Rosso's 8th. Sim 9th. Gamer in 10th position. Gooner 7th. Gooner is 7th then. Oh my goodness me. Curly, what a shame on his birthday there. Unfortunately, got 12th in the end then. What a race then. We've still had 4 out of 4 winners, but we've got a bit of debris there. But today it is Energetic said who finally won the big one. He's been on the podium twice before. Now he wins the race. That's our 4th race winner in 4 races, and an absolutely outstanding drive from Energetics, and he takes the lead in the Drivers' Championship. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Oh my goodness me. What an absolutely incredible drive. Darren saying, what a debut from Potato as well. It was a brilliant debut, wasn't it? And here they come out onto the podium. Very richly deserved fare from Energetics there. Starting on top of the podium there today. Of course, having that one-stop strategy, very difficult. But he made it work, didn't he? The safety car really compromised him, put him on a difficult strategy. But my goodness me, he definitely earned that today, didn't he? His 3rd podium in 4 races here in ALR Bronson. He has very much started off very well indeed. Very impressive stuff from Energetics. Consistency is definitely the name of the game, especially in this such a short championship. Remember, only 9 races in the Bronze Championship. Let's take a look at the final classification then from round 4 here in Bronze then. As Energetics won then from his second pole position of his career, his first race win of his career in Bronze then. New Potato is second then. German gets on the podium once again in 3rd position there. Mike, a brilliant drive today to 4th there. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Forza in 5th then. Hammers is in 6th position. Gooner, what a drive in the end there. Kept it clean and he got in 7th position. Yeah, brilliant stuff there. 8th position is Toro Rosso. Sim in 9th position. 10th is Lucius. Both Ferraris are looking bleak but got points in the end there. Gamer outside the points 11th position. Same with Curly. Retirements Murphy just B, Colin Smithy D 4th, and Ayrton all retired from the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. And I've been joined in the commentary box then by the two podium sitters as well. And firstly, let's start off with Energetic, shall we? You've been on the podium twice before and finished 3rd twice. But today you've got the race win. What a race for you!
Yeah, it was. I felt quite quick around here. Just in my other league, I did great here, so I felt pretty. How do you say it? Pretty good around here. So, but I had wheel issues at the beginning, so I hope I didn't hurt Gunnar as much as I hoped. But I put Irish under pressure. The second half of the stint, I hoped, and he kept us second time penalty, so that's my luck this time, so 4th time lucky, yes.
Absolutely brilliant stuff as well. That's your 3rd podium. Of course, it's a short championship. This is only 9 rounds then, but you've now taken the advantage there and have moved to the top of the tables, if I'm not very much mistaken, which I probably will be. But yeah, that's a fantastic start to your season. And as I said, 3 thirds on the first there. Your consistency is amazing.
Yeah, I'm trying to get good points and make something of it.
Absolutely brilliant stuff. Congratulations, Energetics. Fantastic race today. Let's come to the debutant, and my goodness me, not only has got the best gamer tag that I've ever seen, he has also got some pace as well. Potato, what a drive today to his second, and what a debut for you.
Threw it away.
Oh.
Tried to come in behind him again and just couldn't get stopped, and I had to change the wing and that held me up a wee bit. I got stuck behind 2 drivers and behind through the rear line. I just couldn't get by them. Forza, his car was sort of skipping around the track, so I didn't know when to pass him.
Oh, that's such a shame, that is. But still, you happy with second though today? I know it's very difficult to think on the positives, but second was a fantastic debut for you.
Yeah, doing alright. Scaring up the points now.
Indeed, and I've got to say that's a very good, that's a very healthy way to start off your points tally. Brilliant stuff indeed. Well done, Potato. And also I've got to say that's the best gamer tag I've ever seen. Fantastic. and hopefully I won't miss anyone tonight. We'll come to Mike then, who has had an absolutely brilliant drive today. Absolutely fantastic drive from you today, Mike. That is your strongest race performance in ALR. Did you enjoy that?
Oh, I tell you, I was stressing like nobody's business during my stream there. Oh, it went really badly in qualifying. I think I held Racer up, so I'll say publicly on the video here, I'm sorry, Racer, it was unintentional. And sorry, yeah, for ruining the qualifying lap. And then race start, there was a lot going on in front, but managed to keep myself fairly tidy. A few small minor incidences during the race. And for a track that I don't really get on with that well, I will certainly take P4. Thank you, Dan, for not finishing the race and giving me that, by the way.
I think Dan probably disconnected his controller or something. Well done, guys. Fantastic stuff from all of you today. Brilliant stuff. I think that's everyone in the chat. I haven't missed anyone tonight, I don't think. So speak now, forever hold your peace.
Thank you very much, guys, and we'll see you next week.
Yep, brilliant stuff. And of course that's where ALR finishes for this week. Then next week we're having kind of like a wild card run. We're going back to Spain for the gold race, of course, after Codemasters decided to shut us down. How rude were they? Of course Silver has got a week off it, so they can chill out and enjoy the sun then, but not too much. And then of course we got bronze as well, as we're going to the home of British motorsport. That is the British Grand Prix in Silverstone. See you next Sunday.